as to what you can look forward to.
KROQ, miss something? Don't get SHOMO. Download the Klein Alley Show podcast. Then find it on a platform thingy and subscribe or whatever. KROQ.
Kills me not.
Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Well, good morning. Get ready for the monsoon that is approaching Southern California. We are Klein Alley Show. Perhaps drizzling where you are already this morning. We got a lot to get to today. It'll be a decent show. We can guarantee that. Decency is what we promise. Sometimes we over-deliver, oftentimes underperform. Regardless, we'll make it worth your while to spend the next 4 hours with us. Tickets all over the place, including Disneyland, Allie. It's what it's all about.
It's tough to get a little decency these days, Klein.
Tough to
People
get.
always strive for greatness, or they're just terrible. And we love being somewhere in the middle.
So we got your Disneyland tickets. We'll bribe you with those coming up later this morning. Also, Quentin Tarantino is going to stand between you and tickets to Tarantino Pulp Rock. And, of course, Vanessa will be bringing back her world-famous First Impressions, where she does her best impressions of some classic Quentin Tarantino movies, characters, films. Will you have any idea which character she's trying to bring us?
And we know that Vanessa, we talked to her yesterday about this, has never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie. But you said that you were going to maybe watch one last night. Did you get a chance to do that?
I watched New Girl instead.
Same, right? It's always... Her plan is always to do something, and it always results in she just watches more reruns of New Girl.
I don't want to be anxious watching something new, so I just rather watch New Girl.
So it makes you anxious to watch a new thing?
I don't want to get committed to it, and I just won't finish it.
These are some of the greatest movies of all time, Vanessa. You're going to have a good time watching Pulp Fiction.
You know what? I'm sure. One day when I'm really bored, I'm going to be like, let's do this.
You have to be really bored.
Can I ask you a question? Vanessa, in all seriousness, how many times have you seen whatever episode of New Girl you watched last night? Like 10 times?
So many times. I honestly don't even know. Maybe 50.
There's something ironic about her still calling it New Girl after she's been watching it.
It's just Girl.
At this point, right. She's been seeing it so many times.
I just watch Girl.
Yeah, and so you know everything that's going to be said, you know every line of that show. You've seen it that many times, but you'd rather watch that than a Pulp Fiction or Reservoir Dogs or a Django Unchained or any of the classic Quentin Tarantino movies that have been, over the years, have just been critically acclaimed.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. But also Vanessa doesn't like those kind of action, violent
How does she know?
movies.
How has she never seen it?
Because her favorite show is New Girl.
Right, but I'm saying she could sit around and watch Pulp Fiction.
What if
and
one
go,
of them just gets their head cut off in the middle?
That'd be great. Oh, it's New Girl. Whoa, it's got real graphic. Well, anyway, we'll figure out if she can somehow re-deliver or deliver the greatest lines, perhaps, in the history of film today.
Can't wait.
She's working on... I heard her. I think I heard her working on her Samuel L. Jackson in the back.
Oh, great! She's going to do Jules from Pulp Fiction.
I don't. It could have been that. It could have been a totally different voice she was trying to do. But she's been back there working for a while. So we'll get to that later this morning and reward you handsomely. If you need us, phones open now, text line open now. We're also streaming on YouTube now. Don't believe us? Check us out as we are closing in on 100K followers on KROQ's YouTube. Get into all of it next here on KROQ. Because oftentimes, we make fun around here, and you've taken a lot of heat and shrapnel for physical appearances and being gross and being nicknamed poogers and being cheap and all that other stuff.
We don't have time to go through all of them.
You're a bit of a trendsetter, and I will give you the credit on this one, but more and more people are now publicly admitting that they are lying to their dentist on a regular basis, and to the point where, of all of the medical professionals in the world, dentists are lied to more than any other medical professional. Now, I get it. Why would you go to a doctor and pay money just to lie to them? Don't you want to be honest so you can get some actual whatever medical treatment? But people are so ashamed of how terrible they are treating their own mouth that they'd rather just lie. Now, the obvious lie is the I floss every day thing, which no one does. And you finally had the balls to step up and just say to your dentist, look, let's just stop playing this little game. I don't believe it. I'm not going to do it.
I said, I don't floss, and you're going to tell me to floss, and I probably will for like a week, and then I'm just going to stop anyway, and in 6 months, when I come back here, we're going to have the same conversation. So I'm just going to tell you now, I don't floss, and I probably never will.
Dentists are now aware of this, I guess we'll call it a pandemic or whatever. It is
definitely not a pandemic.
It's a growing
epidemic.
Thank you. A growing trend that
Something
is developing.
demic.
A demic of some sort that they are pretty much lied to consistently now, and that they don't even really believe their patients anymore either.
They are the real lie detectors of our time.
Yeah, but they also, I think they don't care, because for them,
you're just going to keep coming back. Your repeated business.
Right.
Your gum disease is their gain.
Right. The longer that you don't do things, the more they see dollar signs in the future.
Yeah.
Because right now things may be fine, but they're like, yeah, just keep not flossing, and I'll see you again in 3 years when this thing is a giant disaster.
You know what? It goes both ways, because I feel like I get lied to by dentists often. Like, I don't know, that tooth, let's watch it.
They love watching stuff.
Because in 2 years, it's probably going to be a cavity. Or like, I don't know, that one part of your gums looks like it's the beginning stages of gingivitis. We're just going to have to keep an eye. Hey, by the way, have you ever thought about whitening your teeth? Like, I kind of feel like I'm getting used car salesman treatment from them anyway. So you feel like you have to be fake back to them.
Well, the reason that they claim, they talk to people that lie consistently, and they go, they don't like feeling ashamed, they don't like feeling like they don't care about themselves. No one wants to feel gross and disgusting. Even if you know your mouth is jacked up, you don't want to feel that way. But people have said that they feel that it is a two-way street of dishonesty, and that they are lying to the dentist, and the dentist is lying back to them. So it has become a completely broken trust situation.
Yeah, so you be honest with us, and we'll be honest with you. But don't come to me and say, oh, yeah, you got to floss 3 times a day or some. That's the other thing, is don't give me unrealistic expectations. Don't tell me to floss every day. Tell me to floss once a week.
Allie will floss exactly as long as that free little sample pack of floss lasts in that little bag you give.
That's all I've got in my drawers, a bunch of sample packs.
As soon as that is gone, she's done. She ain't spending money on floss, let's be honest.
The only time I kind of got on board was when they had those little pick things.
They still have them. You can still buy those. They're very available.
Okay,
everywhere you go.
I don't know about those anymore.
So I just want to say that of all the people that are continuing to live in this charade of, oh yeah, sure, I'm doing everything you said, Doc. They don't believe us, and we don't believe them. And it's gotten to a point now where no one is trusting each other. So you're just going in there for pretty much lies and more lies before they pull out those medieval tools and start digging at your gums.
You know, the biggest compliment I ever received from a dentist was, for somebody who never flosses and somebody who technically has a history of smoking, your teeth look pretty good. And I'm like, yeah!
It's funny, the non-compliments that I took as a comment one time, I go, how is it? They go, it's not the worst one we've seen today.
Yeah, there you
Great.
go.
All right, that's a win.
Again, we just need some decency.
Right. I just need some guy in the other room that's got 19 cavities getting pulled or something to feel a little bit better about myself.
You know what Katie was trying to do, though, was she was trying to get on the water pick train.
Oh, that's another. See,
and that's like the workaround for flossing. Is if you do the water pick, then you're fine.
Well, look, they will constantly give you, because we've learned this before, but dating, they always say having a good smile, good breath, good teeth. It's very underrated. Like the way that is scored if you're trying to go out with someone, date someone new.
Oh, yeah. If you're hot, but you have jacked up teeth, get out of here.
Right. On the flip side, you could be like a 6, but if you got a great smile, it could bump you up maybe a point, 2 points even.
Totally. So you're right. That's what makes the shame deeper. You know, it sits within you when you're sitting there in the dentist chair, because you don't want to be that person that has a gross mouth.
So just be well aware now, as of research out today, that the trust between dentists and people is at an all-time low. And I don't know if that will ever change. Jenny, you're on KROQ this morning at 800-520-1067. What's going on?
Oh, good morning. That was quick. Hi, good morning, Sweet Dibs.
Sweet Dib.
I just wanted to call. Yesterday, I signed into the YouTube page to check your podcast out.
Sorry about that.
And, Allie, you look fantastic. Like, I've seen pictures of you on images, and I click on, Klein and Allie. I wanted to get a picture and an idea of what you look like. And from then to now, you look amazing.
Mm-hmm. And how bad is your brain damage?
No. I knew you were going to do something like that. You look fantastic.
You're an effing liar.
All right, guys, come on. You paid somebody.
She's saying stuff right now. Let the woman speak.
This is a prank call. Thank you so much, nice lady.
She's saying a nice thing. And by the way, thank you for checking out the YouTube for the very first time. Did we appear to be what you thought we would look like, or no? Is it very different, like jarring different?
It's just weird to put a face to the voice, but yeah, you look pretty much the same as what you describe each other as looking at.
Right, okay, wonderful. See that? I appreciate that.
She was actually watching the Bald Eagle cam.
Oh, yeah, well, we do look like that. We got to take a break. When we get back in a second, $100 of Allie's money is up for grabs. If you want it, all you got to do is give us a call. 800-520-1067. Unlike a dentist, we're not going to pull a little switcheroo here. This is a real $100 that could be yours. All you got to do is score better than Allie. 5 questions about the news. If you've been awake or just waking up right now, it'd be a great time to call. Get a little bit richer. We'll do it next on KROQ.
Now, for a limited time, it's the KROQ Instant Spring Break. Just add listening every hour at 9, noon, 3, and 6. And voila! A chance to win 4-packs of one-day, one-park tickets to Disneyland Park or Disney California Adventure Park. At the Disneyland Resort, the happiest place on earth, you find all kinds of happy. And KROQ wants to give you a chance to visit on us. You can find that travel to a galaxy far, far away kind of happy. And my dream is finally coming true kind of happy. And wow, that churro is the size of my forearm kind of happy. Keep listening to win your KROQ Instant Spring Break. Winners of KROQ's Instant Spring Break are known to have a ton of fun and shout woohoo a lot. Both ticket and park reservation required. KROQ.
Taxes was taxing.
Culinary social media.
We're Costco guys. Of course we had to try the new double chunk chocolate cookie.
Which one gets the boom and which one gets the doom?
We bring the boom!
And now in the KROQ studios right now. You can check us out on YouTube as we are streaming live. Please welcome AJ, Big Justice, the only guys on the planet that love Costco more than me. Welcome to KROQ, guys. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having
This is great. Thank you so much.
Of course. You're not just here to hang out. We'll talk about the big event you've got going on involving wrestling, and it's kind of bringing you back to your roots in a weird way.
No doubt about it. Yeah, I absolutely love pro wrestling. I was a pro wrestler much younger. Never knew that the path was going to go this way, but here we are, and AEW Revolution is here and couldn't be happier.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. You guys are working together as a father-son team in a tag team match, and are you concerned, Big Justice, at all, that you will be injured by an adult?
No, I don't think I'll be injured by an adult.
Right. Okay. All right. Hold on. Turn your mic up. Get that mic a little closer to you, the front of it.
Yellow.
Right here?
There we go.
That's good?
Yep, that's it. That's perfect. Thank you. Hold on. He's going to fix you in here so we can hear you good. So let's talk for a second about you guys being in town and, more importantly, how much love you've brought to Costco. Because Costco is, to me, it's my ultimate pilgrimage. It's where I go all the time. I've been that way for a while.
It's a lot of fun, right?
You guys film a lot in there. I recently was filming there. I got thrown out. Do you ever get thrown out of Costco?
Well, we have a great relationship with Costco. So in the beginning, they did talk to us about the certain things that you do when you record in Costco, the certain things you don't do. So I don't know. You might be on the other side of that. We might have to look into that.
What are some of the things you don't do?
What you definitely do not do when you are recording in Costco is no Costco employees are to be in any of the videos, and no Costco customers are to be in any of the videos.
What about the food sample people?
Again, that would be a Costco employee.
But I thought that was like a third party, right?
Sometimes there are third-party samplers that will come and set up, usually some sort of a flat cheese bread they're trying to get you to try. But for the most part, the samplers are the Costco employees.
Right.
So I don't know. That's a good gray area. We should find out. The reason I go there, and I want to get your take on this, because Allie makes fun of me, Omar makes fun of me. I have had a track record of when I'm at Costco and I see a cart that gets pushed by me where I'm impressed by what they've done. Like, it's a great, in my opinion, it's the perfect shop. It's got like a TV in it, a pepperoni platter, a couple bottles of booze.
Gotcha.
I will verbally give them a congratulations, and I will say something like, hey, good shop. I tell them good shop. And sometimes I'll even stand by the receipt checker at the door, and as people wheel by, I'll say to them, hey, good shop. Like, I want to let them know I appreciate their shop. These guys think I'm weird.
I think you're spreading happiness. I think that's encouraging.
Well, some of the people that he gives good shops to are like, what are you talking about?
Well,
why is somebody talking to me? You know, they just got past the receipt checker, and then they're getting Klein walking up to him saying good shop. But then some people, I guess, do kind of realize it, and they feel proud, right?
I think
Because
people know
if
when
you
they
do a good shop at Costco, you do feel proud of yourself.
Right.
I would love for the world to get over that and stop thinking somebody's weird because you're saying good shop and you're giving encouragement, you're giving happiness, you're giving positivity. Why is that weird? The world needs to get over that.
What is the biggest Costco purchase you've made? Like, what is your longest receipt in all the Costco visits that you've ever been? Because I feel like when I go to a Costco, I plan on getting like 5 things, and then I can't spend less than $200. But I imagine as Costco guys, you probably run up a big bill before.
Like $1,200. We bought TV.
$1,200. That's a good shop right there. That's a good shop. Once you
right?
hit 4 figures at Costco, it's a good shop.
That's a really good shop.
Yeah, Christmas we got up there.
Really?
Yeah, Christmas we got up there because we bought everything for the house. We stayed at an Airbnb up in New Jersey because we go back to New Jersey for Christmas. So we did shopping for the house for a few weeks. A few gifts were in there. So, yeah, we did go.
All the things that are like hanging from the ceilings, those are the things that you guys buy, right? Like things that you're like, who buys that? It's you guys.
Big Joseph, what's your line in the Big Costco Guys video?
What the heck is this thing?
What the heck is this thing? But I would imagine growing up before you were the big successful internet stars you are today, there was probably a lot of trips, Big Justice, as a kid, you'd go to Costco like every kid has with their parent and say, oh, I really want that. And you would have to say no, right? No, we're not getting that. We're not buying that, right? You gave them a lot of no's. Had to have.
I don't know.
Oh, really? You're a cooler dad than mine.
I don't think a lot's changed. I'm so happy you brought that up, Klein and Allie, of course. I don't think a lot's changed in our life. We just now have a lot more attention, and our story really isn't a rags to riches story. I always grinded. I always provided for the family. We always had a great life. We were always very, very happy. And I think that the biggest change now is we could share it with more people, and we could just become more of who we are.
Well, and you have done a few different things through social media, right? Like I post videos, and usually they don't get a whole lot of views. I'm not somebody who's good at social media. But, I mean, obviously I've had many fails. And you also, not that you've had fails, but like you've tried different things. You were selling real estate. You were doing all kinds of different things before the Costco guys happened.
Absolutely, yeah. There was a path to this, and I was pro wrestling about 20 years ago, and who knew that 20 years later we were going to have this attention, and then the clips of me pro wrestling were going to get out there, and then the internet was going to go crazy with Big Boom AJ. When are you getting back in the ring? And here we are.
It all comes full circle back around. Has Costco at least
now we got Big Justice in the ring. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah.
By the way, if you want tickets, AXS.com event is going to be live on pay-per-view as well. It's the first time the AEW has held an event at Crypto.com Arena. What a place, and it's going to be happening this Sunday. So you were back in the ring. The match you guys are a part of is a multi tag team event, correct?
Yeah, a trios match, yep.
So this is very exciting. And have you done any sort of rehearsal so far, or is this going to be we'll get to see it happen live on Sunday?
Well, of course, I've been preparing in the ring, and I've been continuing my weight training, so I'm as strong as ever right now. And, of course, I broke my foot back in November, so this is my first time back in the ring since the broken foot. But I've been running the ropes, climbing the ropes, getting my footing, and everything's going fine.
Is it a good broken foot story or one of those sad ones, like you tripped and fell on a toy?
No, I actually broke my foot during warm-ups in the afternoon, but I didn't know it was broken.
Right.
So I go back to
the broken foot.
Yeah.
I go back to the medical room. I say, I feel something. Let's get this thing taped up. So now they have the foot. And they're like, oh, let's take a look at that. They're twisting it, turning it. They hit it with the metal rod. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Yeah, just tape it up. Let's go.
Now, when you're weight training and, you're getting ready for wrestling, are you mainlining eggs, raw eggs?
No.
I cook the eggs. I don't do the raw.
Because I feel like when you're actually trying to bulk up these days, it can get really expensive. I feel like those guys are like drinking, a dozen eggs every single morning. Like, have you had to change a lot of your diet to get ready to get back in the ring?
No, I probably just ate a little bit less. I probably just brought the calories down a little bit. But
usually have 8 meals a day.
8
meals a day?
8 meals a day?
I do. I'm always. We are so active.
I wake up in the morning, he's on his second meal.
Already. How many? It's true or false? You guys got pulled over on the way here? that true? You got pulled over?
By a motorcycle officer, we
and
did.
did they recognize who you were and let you go, or did they give you a ticket?
I was hoping so. I think the gentleman is probably not on TikTok.
Doesn't know who you guys are.
We rolled down the window. He said good morning, but
What'd you get the ticket for?
I think he went left when he was in a right turn only lane.
Oh,
something like
lame.
Yeah.
He was in a right turn only, and he didn't put on his blinker.
What?
Yeah, and he got pulled over.
If you're wondering right now, the voices and why they're so familiar in the KROQ studios, AJ and Big Justice, the Costco guys, are here. In just a moment, Allie has put together a quiz, because I claim that I'm Costco's biggest fanboy, although I think you guys may have taken the crown. So she's going to prove once and for all. And we've got our very own list of things that we need your official Boom Doom score. So many people ask you to Boom and Doom score things in their lives, right?
What's going to be Boom Meter, right?
The Boom Meter, yes, but you guys will, as always, you're very honest, and if it's a Doom, you'll say Doom, but you'll also give the 5 booms don't get given out very often these days.
Five. No, we're not over generous with the 5 booms. It's got to be good. Klein, the one problem with it is
like 3 booms.
We go places we like and we eat things we like. So that's the challenge. We got to try and find.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. $100 up for grabs every morning right around this time. Little Alley knows the news action, where we gamble on actual headlines that are happening in the news. You'll learn something, maybe you win some money, and get bragging rights. And also, there's great theme songs that are waiting for us every single day on the Goat Line that always put Alley in a fantastic mood.
Her Disneyland hat said Winnie the Pooh, and her fingers had poo too. Let's find out if Allie knows the news. Don't die. Open them thighs.
Well said. Yeah, Allie said that yesterday. This is what she said yesterday. It was one of the cleanest lines ever dropped in the history of broadcasting.
Don't die. Open them to dies.
Oh, boy. What a stammer.
I'm okay with it being a sign-off.
That was going to be
great.
That was going to be the sweet PSA so that people could have more sex. Yet for some reason, I feel like this should be a PSA for mental health or something.
Yes. Don't die. Open them to dies. Get checked by your doctor.
Allie had like a stroke during that. That was crazy.
Open them thighs. Don't die. Open them to dies.
Oof, man, rolls off the tongue.
I added so many more
Sweet and
letters.
smooth. Let's say hi to Leadus.
Hello?
Hey, is your name Leadus?
Ladis.
Great. Let's go with that. Ladis, you got 5 questions standing in front of you. Allie's going to leave the KROQ studios.
All right.
Let's see how you do. If you do better than Allie does, we give you $100 of her money. And as she leaves the KROQ studios, she will not hear these questions. You get to go first. We'll score it at the end. Your round of Allie Knows the News starts right now. Hit it.
Allie Knows the News.
All right, bad news if you fly Southwest, as they are now getting rid of this for most passengers. What is Southwest saying bye-bye to?
Overweight passengers.
Say what?
Overweight passengers.
All right, if you're fat, you can no longer fly Southwest, according to Ladis. Let's go to question number 2. Big Bear Eagles, Jackie and Shadow, have officially had how many little eaglets?
3.
Question 3. This KROQ band has now officially landed its music on the moon. It can now be heard being broadcast from the moon's data center. Which KROQ band now has their music playing from the moon?
Pass.
That's a pass. Go to question 4. This stroller accessory has been recalled after hurting numerous children. What stroller accessory are they saying? No, we can no longer sell this. It's hurting kids.
Cup holder.
Cup holder. And finally, a former NFL player was sentenced for running a Ponzi scheme that defrauded people out of over $5 million. What team did he play for? I will accept 2 different answers.
I know I just heard this one like 2 days ago. The 49ers and the Eagles.
All right. Let's bring Allie in. We'll score it together. You're battling Allie Johnson for $100 of her own money, and she puts it up every single morning. If you're listening along, usually if you get about 3 right, that puts you in contention to win the money. But some mornings, 1 is enough to win. And then Allie gets all mad and angry and says the questions aren't fair. Go to question number 1. Let's see how you do. Allie.
Yeah.
Bad news if you fly Southwest, as
God.
they are now getting rid of this for many of their passengers.
Southwest, I thought I knew you. The free checked bags are going away.
Yeah. First they announced they're going to get rid of that open seating policy, and now they're saying most people will no longer get them free checked bags, which, when you were making a decision about flying somewhere.
That was the big decision maker.
That was a big breaker. Big breaker.
I'm not choosing them because I like the color of the plane.
Question, Allie's up 1-0. He said they were getting rid of fat people, so he is not right, but that's a good suggestion. We'll pass that along. Go to question number 2. Big Bear Eagles, Jackie and Shadow, have officially had how many little eaglets?
3.
He said 3 as well on the board. Hat trick. Allie got that as well. It is 2-1. Allie's still in the lead as we go to question number 3. This KROQ band has now officially landed its music on the moon. And you can now actually hear their music being played from the moon's data center.
Oh, wow. It's got to be Coldplay. They love space and the moon.
It's funny. I would have thought that would have been a great guess because you're right. They are obsessed.
And we asked him once, and Chris Martin said that he would play anywhere, including space and the moon.
Not Coldplay, though. Apparently, their music was launched in February. It has officially landed, successfully uploaded to the moon's data center, and that is Imagine Dragons. Imagine Dragons. Oh. You can keep it, moon. We go to question number 4. Allie's still up 1 with 2 left. This stroller accessory has been recalled after hurting numerous children. What is it?
The buckle? The seatbelt part?
No, that is wrong. He said cup holder. He was closer. Apparently there was some sort of a stroller fan that people were putting on to keep the kids cool, and the kids were hurting themselves on the fan blade.
Like sticking their fingers in it?
I guess. I don't know, but they pulled it back because after, 1 or 2 kids hurt themselves, they go dumb kids. After like 5 or 6, they're like, all right, recall time.
I saw that there was a stroller piece, but I didn't know what it was. But also, as a kid, is there anything you have to stick your finger in a fan?
Of course you do.
You can't not.
Final question. Former NFL player was sentenced for running a Ponzi scheme that defrauded people out of over $5 million. What team did he play for? I will accept one of 2 answers.
Yikes. The Bears?
That is also incorrect. He said Niners, Eagles. Wrong. He was a player of the Packers and also on the Falcons at one point. So with a final score of 2-1, Allie was able to hold on to her money. And unfortunately, what must you now shamefully admit over the airwaves of KROQ? Go ahead.
This is Ladie from Linwood, and Allie knows the news.
Yeah, she does know the news for now. But tomorrow morning around this exact same time, you'll have a shot. So study up and be ready to call and win your $100.
And I didn't do great.
You didn't do great at all. Let's just make that very clear.
Your blades are sharp.
like to think that we are a very different sort of morning show. One of the things that differentiates us from pretty much every other show on the radio in the history of radio is that we don't waste a lot of time talking about celebrity birthdays because, frankly, who cares? And if you really care, you'll just Google it and no big deal, whatever. But today is a pretty significant birthday, at least in my world. But I would argue now this would classify as a celebrity birthday because the viral superstar known as Jerry the Humping Dog, my dog, has a birthday today.
Okay.
Today he is 3, which in dog years means who the hell knows? 21? I'm not sure.
Know that this is the actual birthday, or
Not
did you
really.
just pick it?
I think my wife was convinced for some reason that today was his birthday, and I was informed about this a few days ago when she said to me, what are we planning on doing for Jerry's birthday? And I said exactly what I would do on any other whatever day it is, because I don't think he knows because he's a dog.
Well,
And-
yeah, but you celebrate dog birthdays. You always have.
Well, when Chloe started getting really old, then it became kind of monumental because once you start getting 16, 17, you got to really start.
Animals earn their birthdays.
They earn them,
Yeah.
right? Dog making it to 3, nothing special. And I mean, this dog eats a lot of crap, so it is kind of impressive. He's eaten a lot of garbage over the years. So
A lot of obstructed bowels.
a lot of things that I was like, wow, this could be game over. But somehow,
And he had that penis problem.
which penis problem?
The one where you had to put it back in.
Well, he still has that problem. What do you mean had in the past tense? That's still a regular problem.
Really? So you do it what? How
No.
often do you touch it?
It's not how often I touch it. It's when it gets stuck out. As you know, he's a sex addict or something. He's got a sex addiction, or my vet did some sort of a weird prank on me where, for whatever reason, this dog humps constantly around the clock.
Well, look who he's learning from.
And I'm not, though. He's rubbing it in my face. I want it. I'm like, he's rubbing it in my face, literally.
So,
and I am looking at it and going, God damn, like, this guy's living a great, like, I know it's weird to be
Does he
jealous.
make a mess? I mean,
No.
that's not, no?
No mess.
Okay.
No.
I don't know.
I mean, the
yeah, what happens at the end? I feel like
Yeah.
dogs
He's
never.
he is.
Yeah, nothing, I guess.
So nothing?
He
Wow.
has been neutered, but to be fair, that the Spider-Man specifically that he has decided is his lover is got a very, like, almost like a film, a coating of some sort
man.
of. It looks like it's been lacquered or something.
Because it's like a ghost load, right?
I don't know, to be honest, Allie.
Sorry, we're getting hung up on this. What are you doing
don't
with
know.
the birthday?
You're down there, man.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the weird thing about the birthday is that my wife's suggestion is that for his birthday, I somehow get him or make him a Spider-Man cake. Now, I don't know. First of all, I love the show Is It Cake. I have no idea how to make a cake. I mean,
Have you ever made one?
No, I mean, I could take a box and add an egg and some
Right,
water and put it in
right.
the oven and figure that out. I've never decorated a cake for
You
sure.
don't do that thing where you spin it with the little knife.
I'm not doing that. Nor would I have any concept of how to make a Spider-Man cake. Now, also, this is not a cake for humans. She wants me to make a Spider-Man cake for a dog.
Yeah, or it has like carrots and chicken in it.
And secondly, or thirdly, I said, why would we make a cake over the thing that he humps? Well, that seems confusing and weird.
Why? It's the thing
why?
that he loves.
Is she hoping the dog's going to hump it and it's going to make another viral video?
No, it's funny. My reaction was, that'd be so great if we gave him that cake and he effed it. And then she said, why would you think that? And I go, well, what?
That was my first thought.
Right, of course. I go, do you understand how confusing that is for a dog that you're going to make a cake that resembles the thing that he humps every day?
Yeah, but then he's going to eat it instead.
I don't.
I mean, what are the two things that guys love most?
You're right. It's very basic. We are so basic.
Yes, so you've got
Eating
this
and
pillow
humping.
right next to the cake. You eat, you hump, you have a great day.
Sounds like such a good birthday.
Right.
Like I'm going to be jealous. So anyway, meanwhile, next thing I know, I go from this is the stupidest idea I've ever heard to I'm now sitting around Googling how to make a Spider-Man cake for dogs. And you know when you get to that thing of Google where it doesn't autofill because you're the first person to ever search it? It didn't even fit it. Like
For
yeah. Nothing.
No.
Yeah, like it says like how to make a Spider-Man cake for your child for a birthday party, but when you start to write D-O, it gives you no options. I had to actually spell out the word, which for me, even a word like dog is a challenge. So I get to the end and I go, I got news. I had to tell her. I'm like, there's nothing. There's no
recipe.
There's no recipe for how to make a Spider-Man cake for dogs.
Well,
There are a lot of recipes on how to make a cake for dogs. A lot of recipes on how to make a Spider-Man cake. And then I said, don't you think he'd be just as happy if I rubbed some peanut butter on anything, like one of those. not on me, Jake.
No, it is your birthday.
Hey, happy birthday to me. No, I said he's a dog. Like, he'd be just as happy if I just rubbed peanut butter on a sock and let him eat it for a while.
But who is this for? Is this because your kids want to do this, or is this because you as adults want to have a birthday for your dog?
I don't want to have a birthday. Once you have kids, I agree. When my wife and I were dating and we had a dog together, we didn't have kids, every once in a while it'd be a fun little, all right, let's just do a little birthday thing to celebrate the dog. Once
but you're just doing that at home with nobody, right?
Yeah.
You're not like throwing a birthday party for your dog.
Okay, so after I kind of broke the news to her, I'm not going to be able to make a Spider-Man cake for dogs, she goes, well, just try to get some of his friends over here. And I'm like, what are we talking about here? His friends? Like what?
Dogs don't have, sometimes dogs will pick another that's like an F buddy.
Any dog walks down the street and smells their ass is his friend for that moment.
Well, but does he have a regular park that he sees the same dogs at?
Some he did, but like the owners.
He's mounted.
Yeah, he does. That's the other problem. I had to stop taking him to the park because whatever this weird thing he's got going on, every dog mounts him. Everything, male, female. Old, young.
There you go. Now that's a party.
They all mount him. And all the owners have to come to me and say, this is crazy. My dog doesn't do this with any other dog. Just yours. So there's something going on. I don't know
wouldn't you love to have all of that in your backyard?
No, I don't want any of it.
This is crazy. My dog, this is crazy. My dog, this is crazy.
Yeah, this is like, I've seen this, my dog before in a train. Dogs on all sides of him. Eiffel Tower in this poor puppy.
And we do it for the children.
So, that's not a good theme party. I don't want that at all. So the answer is thank God the rain is here because I think that got me out of it.
Oh, nice. No, you got to move it inside, baby.
It's definitely not happening.
You are loud and clear.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show. KROQ.
Like that weird mole on her lip, that's herpes or whatever.
1-844-956 GOAT is the GOAT line. GOAT line!
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
The world famous KROQ.
Hi. KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. And if you think about UCLA, it's a fine institution, unless, of course, you're a fan of USC, in which case you hate UCLA. Regardless, very difficult to get into. Most people, I think, get rejected. I think you have to have pretty good grades, pretty good test scores, and that's just to be a student there. So imagine the teachers there would be held to an even higher standard.
Absolutely.
We were all equally shocked and surprised when Postmaster Johnny told us that he was
Well, he casually was like, I have to go speak at UCLA later. And we were like, what?
I was convinced he was trying to spell something that was not UCLA, the college. Like, I thought he was going somewhere else completely, and he was trying to spell it. And then I thought maybe he's talking about something near UCLA, because I know he likes to go to the bars by there, because he says they got the good, the better baddies are by the UCLA bars.
I thought he was going to meet a girl at UCLA and talk to her, and that's what he meant by speak at UCLA.
Right, but Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong, you were brought in front of an entire class of people?
Sir, yes, sir.
And you claim, we asked you a little bit about this on the bonus podcast yesterday, that you were speaking to a room full of marine biologists?
One of them was a marine biologist. The other ones were all comms majors.
Comms majors?
Communications. I know
Right.
It's been a minute since you guys have been in college, but comms
Right.
is communications.
Right. And you went there for what reason?
I thought I was just going to be arm candy, kind of, but then I ended up talking for a whole hour
Arm
in front of the
candy?
whole class.
You think the teachers and guest speakers bring arm candy?
They would have brought me just to be like, hey, this is another kid that's like somewhat of a college age. Like, he's probably going to come along for that.
Right. All right. Why don't you, I'm going to play some of the audio. Johnny, I may need Johnny to come in the studio to defend himself for this, because this audio is crazy. And at some point, apparently, he badmouthed it. Johnny, you understand? I haven't heard this audio yet completely. I know Omar heard some of it and Allie did, but you kind of badmouth us to the room full of students. You
Go
know
ahead,
that.
play it. Let's hear it.
Well, you said it.
I know, but I don't remember what I said. But go ahead.
Did you prepare your speech at all?
No, not at all. I thought about it while we ate dinner beforehand, but that was it.
This is Johnny speaking to a class full of 100 students at UCLA.
So, just as Jennifer said, attention span is really, really, really short, especially nowadays. We grew up on, a lot of us grew up in the genesis of social media. And I had to kind of teach my coworkers the importance of that.
You had to teach us the importance of social media?
Yeah, I had to tell you guys. Remember, like, everybody's attention span is super, super short.
Yeah, you have to teach us about the genesis
Yeah,
of social media.
No, I grew up in the genesis of social media. You guys kind of were there.
I grew up in the genesis of Sega Genesis.
Oh, yeah.
That's the genesis.
Genesis does. Immediately, the first video, first 3 seconds, I say, don't say my name, don't say what show I'm on, it has nothing to do with radio. Holding up a box of cereal and the thing about sneaking cereal into the theaters.
Oh, my God.
I felt like a superhero when I said that, too.
Johnny, you're talking about your dumb bit you do?
Sneaking cereal into the theaters. I rest my case.
So wait, you're talking to a room full of kids that obviously know, they don't need you to explain, because they're looking at you like you're some old out-of-touch loser, too.
Well, no, they're actually kids older than me in that class, but that was like...
You're also saying, you're all just spitting out things that are common knowledge nowadays.
Right. Show no attention span anymore. We get it. No one has an attention span.
That goes without saying. But also, too...
Right. But you did say.
Did you pick that up at UCLA yesterday?
That was like one of the big talking points that Jennifer wanted to bring up when she brought me. She wanted to bring up me riding the first time on the airplane, me sneaking chicken in my pants, and then just my experience.
Listen to Johnny. He speaks about his idea of sneaking chicken in his pants.
Play it.
He speaks about
he's about to win a Nobel Prize.
Yeah, like
I did.
Right. Imagine a teacher that actually helped come up with some medical device that cured something.
Yes.
Johnny is speaking about his bringing food in his pants in the movie theater. Listen to this. I mean,
sneaking cereal into the theaters. What if we did chicken? Me and Klein are big Costco guys. Okay. I was like, we'll get a rotisserie chicken. Go, first video, literally. Sneaking rotisserie chicken into the theaters.
Already messed up the name there. You called it you had it rotisserie, and then you changed it back to rotisserie, you idiot.
That's how I said it in the video.
I know. So he goes.
I said it in the
then we're spitballing. We go, cereal. What can we do next? Rotisserie chicken. We like Costco.
Literally the next day, 130 views. I wake up to 130,000 views. Boom. Okay, it looks like he does it a lot. Oh, they're actually a radio show.
So now he's talking about bringing it back to the show.
Right, so you're saying that you had a genius hit you, bring chicken in your pants into a movie theater. You explained to the kids.
And now it's helping us.
And is anyone watching you as you're doing these?
Dude, they are feverishly taking down notes.
They're taking notes?
Right. Yes.
They are?
Yes, notepads.
Holy crap.
How to transfer from UCLA.
Yes.
They're all filling out applications for other colleges. USC, transfer portal.
Any other school.
Marco on KROQ, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Hey, no, that was completely genius of UCLA bringing in Postmaster Johnny. You know how, like, when you have little kids, my theory is when you have little kids, so they're misbehaving, so you take them to, like, the county jail and tell them, hey, if you keep misbehaving,
they're going to scared straight them.
Yeah, scared straight. Yeah.
They basically brought Johnny in.
Genius of UCLA.
Yeah, they're very smart, right? They said, bring in
You
this.
drop out, this could be you.
As soon as Johnny left, they're like, so that's what happens when you don't go to UCLA. That's a smart school
That's
right there.
great.
All right, here's the speech continues.
What's radio? Who's Klein and Alley? It was the stepping stones that took its way to get there.
Beautifully said. It was the stepping stones that took its way to get there.
Oh, that's because I talked about stepping stones that took its way to get there. Yep, that's a Johnnyism right there. We had to start out sneaking pie. Then we had to do churro videos.
We had
we
to.
didn't have to.
Yeah, we did.
We had to.
You guys wanted it.
I love that this was all a strategic plan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So hold on. The plan was.
I like how Johnny's kind of like putting us in a position where we're forcing him to do all this stuff.
Right. These are all the things you wanted to do. In fact, we told you not to do all these things.
That's why I mentioned that in the
Yes.
speech too. We had to start out sneaking pie.
We had to.
Yep, we had to.
We had to start small with pie.
We had short pie. We had.
Then we had to do churro videos.
Had to do them.
Which we asked you to do consistently, and you did like 2 and then stopped.
Yeah.
Did you tell them that in class?
No, because I told him I was setting it up to talk about fellatio salad and how
right.
that was the
That's the
end
big
game.
cliche. Yeah, that's-
Yeah, and these were all steps to get to
We
that.
started with pie. We ended at fellatio salad.
Yep.
Meeting adjourned.
Wow,
You're
what are we
all-
doing here,
you're all-
guys? Seriously.
No, he's got a lot to say.
Yeah. My job is just to get the eyes, give her an alley-oop so that her and her sales associates could close down and just slam dunk that.
What?
Good analogy. That is so good.
He's the guy providing the alley-oops.
Yes.
Your
I'm
job
like,
is to
dude,
give
I'm
an
like,
alley-oop so that
yes.
sales can then slam dunk that.
Dude, I'm Austin Reeves throwing up an alley-oop to Anthony Davis or LeBron James, and the sales team just slam dunks it. And
so that is kind of
The dumbest thing we've ever heard.
Why we're all doomed.
That is a scary look at the future. Anyway, stay in school, kids. This has been
an example of how we use talent in radio. Everything Johnny just spoke about.
Oh, boy. We are doomed.
I know what they want to see. They want to see us do that like Kendrick Lamar thing was like bing, boom, bam, boom, bam, bing, bang.
That's what they want to see, kids.
That's what people want.
If any educators are listening and would like Johnny to speak at your institution, be it an elementary school, an obedience school, another college, please call. Johnny is available to speak to any classes effective immediately. He's got a whole... who knew he had such a patter down?
All
Allie?
the kids are writing down bing, bong, boom.
Can you say that bing, bong, boom thing again? I'm sorry. KROQ. Klein Alley Show. News breaking every moment. Allie will break it all down for you with the ADD News. First check of the news of the morning officially. Then we'll get into a brand new hour of the show before we hook you up with Disneyland tickets. That's all happening this morning. Get ready to win on KROQ.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
It's fascinating that we live in a world where the public is sad that 2 murderers are staying in prison. But that's the effect that the Menendez brothers have. And one of the most famous local murder cases of all time, a case about 2 rich brothers killing their parents with shotguns, and then they went on a spending spree, lied to the cops, came off as pretty hateable 30 years ago. Now they've got this huge following of people who think that they should be released. And they're all disappointed today because the new DA said no. He gave an update yesterday. He said he reviewed over 10,000 pages of documents and says that they still have not shown enough signs of rehabilitation, that they have told over 20 lies but have only acknowledged 4 of them, and they do not meet the standards, and he requests the resentencing hearing to be withdrawn.
The general public sometimes really shocks me because it is interesting when you say time heals all wounds. It didn't heal the parents' wounds who got shot with the shotgun. They're still dead. And the reality that all of a sudden these guys went from being universally accepted as just murderers to, these are decent guys, let them out.
Come on. It's been 30 years. Let's just move on. And I think that people who are murderers don't necessarily get sympathy, but you do if it's your parents and they sucked.
Right.
Well, they were super abusive, and I think that Netflix, I don't know how true it was, but I mean, it was very dramatic watching that. You know?
Of course it was. Yeah. And that is an interpretation of one side of things, and that is their story. But the DA is right. They told a lot of lies, and there are a lot of lies that they haven't acknowledged. So, of course, yes, we believe them, and there is evidence of them actually being abused and things like that. And so I think there is sympathy, rightly so. And then same with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the woman who she killed her mom because her mom was making her go to the hospital and saying she had cancer and all this horrible stuff and basically had Munchausen by proxy, and she just had enough, killed her mom, had her boyfriend help her, and she's already out and pregnant and having, she had a baby and she's living a great life.
I also wonder, these people that are spending a lot of time fighting for the release of the Menendez brothers, how does their life change at all? So let's say the Menendez brothers get out. Were they waiting for a thank you card? They feel like they won. They got one over on the man. I just wonder, these people that have spent a lot of their time and energy going down to the courthouse and holding up signs.
Right.
What's their end game? They like to attach themselves to any buzzy case in the moment. They feel like that they're justice warriors.
Well, a side conversation you and I were having yesterday is people love to vote. People love an opinion. They love to have their voices heard, right? And when they feel like they have spoken out and that their voice has actually made a difference, they feel it like they get validated in their own way. I matter somehow because I helped change something.
But you don't. That's the reality.
What I would love is just to see what they're going to do. They're just going to do a Netflix documentary. They're going to be all over the press. They're going to be doing anything they can to get back to rich status because that's what they knew.
They'll be in jail for a long time. Because they had their chances. They had multiple chances recently, right? But paroles everything got rejected.
Well, the other DA, whatever I even forget his name now, but Gascon, he was going to potentially resentence them and they were going to get potentially time served, and it was all very hopeful. That was before the election, and now this guy is like, nope, I'm shutting it down. All right, Southwest, thought we could depend on you. You were our last holdout. You were the Wild West when it came to seating, and then you felt like you got a real deal when you can get those 2 free checked bags. It was kind of like the Costco hot dog price. You thought it would never change, but now Southwest is becoming just like every other airline. Not only did they announce a while ago that they're going to start doing assigned seating, they have now announced a plan to start charging, quote, some customers for checked bags. And let me just say, this is how you lose all loyalty. There is now nothing that sets you apart. It's not like people are flying Southwest for the jokes from the flight attendants. People are doing it for the free checked bags, and that is one of the only differentiators between you and any other airline. And if you get rid of that, you're getting rid of the loyal customer base that has depended on you for 50-plus years.
Now, they'll still probably, because, most airlines is $25 a bag, sometimes $30. I'm sure they'll still
sometimes $35 and $45.
Sometimes they'll probably still undercut it, because even if they were to charge $10 a bag, I don't think they've announced their pricing yet, but even if they charge $10 a bag, they'll still end up generating hundreds of millions of additional money every year, I'm sure. And for the average person, they're still going to go, well, it's only $10 to check it on Southwest. But also, I feel like of all of the airlines, the people that are less likely to check, even though they are free checked bags, I feel like Southwest, especially those quick little flights from here to Vegas, whatever, that's like a flight where I feel like most people, it's carry on only.
Yeah.
And people hope, even if they don't want to release their bag, if they're in boarding group C or whatever and they can't get a space for it, they still get a freebie anyway. They just pick it up when they land.
Well, I think what they want to do is they want to be like, hey, get the Southwest card. And then you won't have to pay for the checked bags. And they just want to drive everybody to getting the credit card, because that's where people really make money, is off of credit card fees.
They can count on us going into crippling debt.
Yes. All right. And then finally, this is your James Bond news that's not really news. Amazon has not confirmed the name of the new 007 after taking ownership of the movie franchise, but they have confirmed that James Bond's gender and ethnicity will not change. So that's a lot of Idris Elba fans being disappointed. But they've announced that they're It's such a strange announcement. Like, he's going to be a white guy.
We have some audio of who will be the next James Bond.
Don't die. Open them to dies.
Wow. That's intense right there.
Groundbreaking.
That's a real spy, international spy. Well, they got the white part right for sure with that one.
They're like, what happens if we change the gender? Oh, no, change it back.
We get into a brand new hour of the show next. Perhaps the greatest hour of your life. There's only one way to find out. You've come to the right place this morning, so get comfortable as we are locked in on KROQ.
Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning and welcome to your Wet Wednesday here on the world famous KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. Drive through it, you can do it. It is going to be apparently monsoon conditions starting today and raining for the next few days. You've heard the terminology, atmospheric
Thunderful
river.
and lively, very, very frightened me.
That's a great weather update. Thank you for that, Vanessa. One more time, if you have not been paying attention, we've got the KROQ Doppler in full effect. Our Doppler 1067 has the following report from meteorologist Vanessa.
Thunderful and lively, very, very frightened me.
Watch out for that Lily.
Be careful. Remember,
That Lily.
avoid metal objects if the Lily starts. That is your indication that it's going to be an interesting day of Southern California weather. This hour on the show, we will unload GOAT together in a moment. If you've left any comments, critiques, or criticism on the GOAT line, yesterday was this very angry woman.
I hate morning radio. It sucks. But you guys, I love you guys.
Oh, very nice. Mean and nice at the same time. There's actually someone with a even bigger complaint waiting on the GOAT line. We'll get to that in a moment. And apparently, move over basic bitches, we have decided that there is now such a thing as a basic man. Basic guy.
This was fascinating hearing Vanessa talk about this yesterday.
It's a real thing that has developed in society, and I would argue it's happened in the past few months now. But the basic bitch has kind of gone away, and now there's a basic man bitch, I guess.
And he loves mustaches.
It's a certain look, it's a certain style, it's a certain something, and we'll get into that coming up later this hour. Let's figure out if you fall into that category. We got lots to get to. You've come to the right place. Thanks for hanging out and starting your Wednesday with us right here on KROQ. I'm the first to learn that. I thought it was. No one here corrected me, so it's Tuesday still. Man,
I'm still dragging ass, man, from the time change, dude. Yesterday, I was all out of whack all day.
It's rough
everyone
out
was
there.
talking about how they felt real off and weird, and apparently
Still feel it.
I lost an hour. I thought we lost the day. But regardless, welcome back to Tuesday. We're now time traveling, and thank you for everyone on the text line. And there are lots of you that called Klein a big, big dummy.
562, hey, Marty McFly, it's Tuesday.
Thank you for that. The best is Vanessa, who was chiming in going, I don't know what's going on, but everybody says it's Wednesday, not Wednesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday still. Why did someone say this to us on the GOAT line?
Damn, dude, I hate white people.
Oh, a lot of things could have set that person off.
We are very hateable.
Let's officially unload GOAT together. The number's 844-956-GOAT. People use that for a variety of reasons, comments, critiques, and criticisms. Once a week, we have to make space, so we unload GOAT together. And there are quite a few different calls about things we've gotten into this week. Perhaps you'll even hear yourself on KROQ right now.
Yes! Sick burn on Jake, Omar. Jake, there's never been an S on daylight saving. I couldn't believe you said that. Wrongly worded letter coming at you, Jake. You done, son.
Oh, Jake was the, quote, expert at daylight saving yesterday, although he didn't even say the name of it correctly, and Omar put him in his place.
Yeah,
and
he was very mad.
He still hasn't admitted he was wrong, though. He still will not admit he's wrong, right?
No, then it goes back onto us like, you guys are stupid for caring.
Right.
And we're like, what? But you correct us all the time.
Yeah, about much smaller details than that. Moving on the GOAT line.
Hey guys, I know I'm a little late to the whole International Women's Day, and I just saw your post with the women's.
All right. The post with the woman's was Johnny had an idea to take all of our pictures and see what we would look like as ladies. So he put us into filters, and just to make it even, Steven across the board, he turned Allie into a man and Vanessa into a man. This guy is about to rank how hot we are as women.
Oh, great.
So we'll find out which one of us he found to be the hottest. Those pictures, I believe, still up on a post you can find at Klein Alley Show on Instagram. But in case you're wondering how you would look, because sometimes you look in the mirror and you go, you know what, I think I'd be a decent-looking woman. I never felt that about myself. I definitely don't feel that now, but here's what this guy says.
Well, the guy is turning to girls, right? But Allie looks like a pedophile. Klein looks like a weird bisexual lady.
Thank you.
Johnny looks like some toxic lady. Oh, but Jake, man, Jake looks like a bad bitch, honestly.
Jake, he thinks you look like a really hot lady, and I think of all the men turned into women for International Women's Day, Jake by far is the most attractive.
And the most body positive.
Of course, because he's BBW, right, Jake?
What does that mean?
Yeah,
man, I'll have those feet for sure.
Great.
Oh yeah, Vanessa. Vanessa looks like a generic Latino. Skip. But Mr. Omar Khan looks...
It's so funny Vanessa got skipped, but Omar's rating is the funniest.
But Mr. Omar Khan looks like she looks like a scary lesbian.
What?
Omar,
scary lesbian.
You've taken over the scary lesbian role on the show.
Great.
All right.
Sure.
So,
I guess we did.
Thank you for ranking all of us how we look as women. None of us got a good score.
Be careful with your power, Omar.
None of us got a good score except for Jake, who apparently was the most attractive lady on the show.
Hi, guys. So I guess I'll identify as a Disney adult light. I have a pass. I spend a lot of money there, but I don't wear the whole costume and merch and all that stuff. No shade against that, but...
That's never good when you have to identify as a Disney adult light, because you are trying to separate yourself from the stigma of being a, quote, Disney adult.
Yeah, but I do get the difference. There is a difference. There are people who are in the suspenders covered in pins.
Right.
They're having someone do a silhouette cutout of their dog, and it's just like, that is their life.
This woman wanted to call Allie because yesterday you told us that you got shamed for skipping in front of a line, even though you claim your wife was holding your spot in the front of the line, but still everyone in the line doesn't know that, so they all look at you like you're cutting. And she had a suggestion as to how to not piss off hundreds of people at the same time.
I think the dick in the situation wasn't Allie, it was Katie, because my husband constantly puts me in that situation, and it sucks, and I get it, Allie. However, I agree with Klein. Rookie move. You needed to just be saying the whole time, sorry guys, diaper emergency, had to get back in line, my wife's up there, just the whole time. Just diaper emergency, sorry, diaper emergency, sorry.
See, I think where it went wrong for you is you weren't saying anything, you were just cutting the line. And you weren't saying, my wife's holding my spot in the front. You just were cutting in front of people, so of course they're all going to give you the stare of death.
It's everyone just so much to say over and over and over again.
Well, you say...
And then guess what? In 5 seconds, the whole thing's over.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
gone.
But you had a confrontation with someone who ended up getting,
He flipped me off.
Yeah,
he told me to get the F out his way, and then he flipped me off.
Right, and that could have been avoided had you just said what this woman said.
Tell your kid to shut the F up before you start doing it, so they're not like, no, I didn't. But you had to act like you were already in line. Like, Klein's idea, phone, okay, that's fine. But, you had the answer right in front of you. You just had to say that, and people would be like, oh, God, I don't want to deal with that. Great, glad that you left for that and came back. Thank you. I think you just needed to put 5 seconds more of thought into it, and I think you would have been not the dick and not have that issue. But yeah, I feel you. Just, next time come up with like a really short lie that you can just say 1,000 times. Right. But yeah, sweet tips, guys. Love you.
So what do you do if you don't have a kid? You just do the same excuse?
Yeah, diarrhea.
Diaper emergency?
Diaper emergency. Sorry to use the bathroom.
Hey guys, long time listener, first time caller. Listening on the app. You guys are awesome. Just wanted to call. I don't know. Is Klein doing a bit or something when he keeps saying Barcelona? I'm looking at it on a map. There is no T in Barcelona. I mean,
well, we did give away the trip yesterday to Barcelona. And we don't have to say that anymore because we gave the trip away. But usually when you say Barcelona, you sound like a dumb gringo, and you get corrected, at least in Spain, and that's the Spanish pronunciation, is they go very heavy on the Barcelona, like that.
I'm pretty white. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it's definitely... Why does he say Barcelona? I don't know. Anyway, so we did it. Bye, guys.
Now, that guy was the most pleasant way of saying that. There was a much meaner version of that same call that was this guy.
Somebody tell Klein that there is no F and T in Barcelona. He freaking keeps saying Barcelona, and then stupid Ali joins him in too. Damn, dude, I hate white people.
All right, well, there we go. Yeah, that's the goal. I agree. We all hate white people.
I was just following Kevin Klein's lead.
We all have that in common.
I was like, he must know.
I just wanted to see how many times I could say it before Ali picked up on it, and it turns out 37 times. That's the number.
Well, you're the only one here who's been to Spain. I thought that maybe you learned that there.
I think I did, but I was drunk most of that time, so who knows? We take a quick break. When we get back, are you a basic man? Move over. It's not basic bitches anymore, pumpkin spices and Uggs and all that stuff. There was that stereotype of what was the basic bitch, but now there is a man uniform that apparently Vanessa claims is hitting every guy. Every single guy is becoming the exact same person, and she can't stand it. We'll get to that after this and find out if you fall into the category. That is next on KROQ.
It's the KROQ Instant Spring Break. Just add listening every hour at 9, noon, 3, and 6. And voila! A chance to win 4-packs of one-day, one-park tickets to Disneyland Park or Disney California Adventure Park. At the Disneyland Resort, the happiest place on earth, you find all kinds of happy. And KROQ wants to give you a chance to visit on us. You can find that travel to a galaxy far, far away kind of happy. The my dream is finally coming true kind of happy. And wow, that churro was the size of my forearm kind of happy. Keep listening to win your KROQ Instant Spring Break. Winners of KROQ's Instant Spring Break are known to have a ton of fun and shout woohoo a lot. Both ticket and park reservation required. KROQ.
Need an accent.
Write that on the whiteboard, please.
I got bong.
Bing, boom, bang, boom, bang, bing, bang.
How do we spell that, Johnny?
Bing that they really understand. It's our bread and butter. It's all we got.
All we got. That's all we got, guys. That's it. It's our bread and butter. That's all we got.
I forgot what we were talking about right there, but yeah. We're experiencing the same things that everybody else is. Whether it's wildfires, elections, homeless, Ali's son gets sick a lot or gets hurt a lot. So
are you just riffing right now?
The whole thing is a riff. You're not supposed to stand up there with a piece of paper. I'm going to look so unprofessional.
Homeless. Allie's kid gets sick a lot.
But yeah, it doesn't seem like you're staying on the topic.
Yeah, what is the point you're
what
making
direction
here?
are you going?
Didn't the first thing you said?
Are you throwing darts at something?
No, that was talking about like relating and connecting with the community, and I was like, we're like the average Joe. Allie's a mom that has a kid that gets sick and hurt too.
Oh, that's
like,
okay, yeah. Got it.
Didn't you start this whole thing by saying people have a short attention span?
You know what's crazy?
I think we got a bing, bong, boom.
Yes. I have thrown a little spice. I sympathize with Allie's long questions because when I get in front of when I'm standing up there, I'm like, I just want to keep talking.
And then you're like, what am I saying? I don't even know.
There was one time I did that.
Anyway, a lot of, the text line is overflowed with comments about this. Johnny, of course, speaking at UCLA, this is just some of it.
Allie's son gets sick a lot or gets hurt a lot. So does the mom in Santa Clarita. A great question. Thank you. You chopped that up. You chopped that up.
Who asked that question? What was the question?
This other girl named Allie that was wearing a hoodie that said orgy. She had asked the question.
What was the question?
I honestly don't remember, but
great.
But great question.
All right, here we go.
Johnny, I would love to know, do you feel safe at these events with the general public?
Do you feel safe? That's an interesting question.
So this woman, was because she wanted to do public events with her
Brazzers.
With
Brazzers, and she was like, "Hey, do you guys feel safe at your events? And what do you do to feel safe at events?"
Hold on, they had someone from Brazzers speaking?
Yeah,
man, I should have gone to that.
Totally, another great insight, and this does happen.
Another great insight.
Jesus Christ, John.
So as a guy, I don't really feel threatened when I meet listeners. some people are sketchier than others. I'm not going to lie. Some of them have way more crazier piercings. Some of them have crazy colored hair. And some of them just look like they're living in a trailer off of Hacienda.
Don't you live? Did you? Hold on, Johnny. Don't you live in a trailer?
Yeah, isn't your hair colored?
Yeah, but my hair is a natural color, not like
described
purple.
yourself.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So I had rights.
This is why I don't like the difference between Johnny in his 20s and someone in their 70s is like the weird kids with the purple hair.
Exactly.
Yeah. Karina, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi. What can we do for you?
So I'm a special education teacher, and I think Johnny would be great in my classroom.
I agree. Hold on one second.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Yeah, John.
That's not teaching, that's just being.
Yeah, John.
Hey, you got a rhythm with the tism, man.
Hold on. Are you inviting Johnny to speak or to join the class?
Maybe both.
Okay. All right, hold on. Get her information. I love it. All right, once again,
Keep going. Let's get it going. So, as professionals, we try to really identify, okay, let's not judge a book by its cover.
Oh, my God. Johnny is...
Did you call yourself a professional?
Yeah, I was laughing and I was sneering to Jennifer. I was like, oh, my God, I said professional.
As a professional.
That's so funny.
As a professional, insert cliche here.
Yeah. Professionals, we try to really identify, okay, let's not judge a book by its cover, but at the same time, our guards are up. So there's been a time or two where we're in a big parking structure right off Hollywood, and I was like, Allie, let me walk you to your car real quick. Like, let me go with you, right? Like, I think of Allie and Vanessa as kind of like older sister and another older sister.
Thanks so much, Johnny. Love that.
You could have just said older sisters.
Yeah.
An older sister and another older sister.
I almost thought mom. I was like, am I going to say mom? But
I was like, is he going to say mom? But then you just graced me with another even older sister.
What a terrible question. Older and an older, grosser sister.
You need to be the dumbest person in every room you walk in.
Are you looking in the mirror when you say this?
Yes, dude.
This is his parting advice for the class. This is his big speech
All right,
at the
this
end.
is the big speech at the end. Maybe some Braveheart music, Omar, anything inspirational as we listen to Johnny's words of wisdom for the future. He's speaking to a class at UCLA. This is not a joke. I'm not sure how this got accepted. I think that whole school... That is the appropriate music. All right, here we go.
You need to be the dumbest person in every room you walk in, especially in this industry. That's what I've learned. You need to be the person that knows the least. I don't know anything. I don't. You need to be very dumb. That's the beauty in learning and the beauty of just being young, too. Not knowing. Nobody knows. What I've learned so far, nobody has any idea what they're doing.
You mean you're taking it all in?
Take everything.
Wait. She's like, how do I translate what he's saying?
Play it back.
Because he's saying, be dumb. Don't
You need
learn.
to be a sponge. And another thing you really need to do is fail. Yep. Fail. Write down, you must fail. Because you must fail. You can only fail about so many times.
You've already hit your limit, pal.
Before you hit a success. I did. That chicken video just didn't happen overnight.
Yes, it did.
That's true, bro. I ate with that, bro. That was so hard, bro.
You too can put chicken down your pits, but you have to fail.
Yes. I did. That chicken video just didn't happen overnight. It's just what comes to you when you're the dumbest in the room and you soak up what everybody wants to teach you. Yep. These guys that failed a lot, they worked in way more than I can count different markets all across America before they landed here. Don't ever be the smartest, because if you're ever the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong room. You need to be the dumbest.
I was going to say, for Felicio Salad, we could definitely collab with some porn stars.
Yes. I mean, that was
there we go. That's Johnny.
Dude,
what
yes.
What a fascinating look into the teachings. Everyone just got a free college course at UCLA.
Yes. You know what's crazy? Somebody paid $6,000 worth of quarterly tuition to hear me talk in their class.
To hear you say, don't learn anything, just fail.
Yes, that's so dumb.
Beautifully said.
I want my money back.
Oh, man. More food has just arrived here. You guys are the worst.
Oh, yay!
K-Rock, we are Klein Alley Show, the very show that will be giving you Disneyland tickets later this morning. Get you the happiest place on earth at 9, noon, 3, and 6 all day here on K-Rock with 4 one-day, one-park passes. So no one wants to be referred to as basic, I think. I think that's an insult.
It means you lack individuality and character.
And yet there are certain times when you go, yeah, that girl is basic because she does X, Y, or Z. 3 things. Usually one thing is not enough to be basic. Maybe 3 things. You'd go, all right, well, now it seems pretty basic because that's become almost a uniform. You've become a stereotype and or a meme of...
Because she loves Starbucks and New Girl.
And
Right.
eggs.
And right, all those things. Now, Vanessa was pointing out that as she is not dating, but looking at guys in the real world, in the wild, that there is a new basic guy that has emerged in 2025.
Okay, volleyball.
And it's a volleyball. She is convinced now that...
These all look the same.
Yeah, she's found out she was actually in a sporting goods store and not anywhere near guys.
She was at a
all.
Big Five.
She is upset about it because she says that it almost doesn't matter.
Well,
what
and
your
she
name
said
is.
they're all just morphing into the same person,
The same
and I don't
person.
like that person. So what am I supposed to do? There's no one else to date.
So take a look at yourself in the mirror right now and then listen to Vanessa's description of what she believes is the new basic guy, the official man uniform of 2025. I don't know when it became this, but according to her, it's everywhere.
Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. The basic uniform for a man right now is a hat, a mustache, and tattoos. Hat, mustache, and tattoos, jeans, t-shirts. Super, that is the look of right now. And I know I'm speaking as someone that likes pretty basic stuff myself, but in that guy category, what is your personality if we're all morphing into the same person? By we, I mean all the men seem to be morphing into the same type of guy.
Because every guy that she meets now, every guy she sees is almost a clone of themselves. It is a...
She likes that. She likes tattoos.
Forward baseball hat.
I don't know if I like it anymore.
Mustache. They got the mustache now. That's back in a big way.
I think that's the Travis Kelce thing, though, too.
Oh, you think it's the Travis effect?
I think the Travis effect is definitely a thing. Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm just a basic guy, and I've got a mustache and a hat. I'm a homegrown nice guy.
And then she says everyone's got kind of their tattoo sleeve. That's the look, she says, that every guy has now. And she claims it's everywhere. And how often, you'll be at a bar and you'll see 9 guys that all look the exact same?
Oh, yeah, at a bar, everyone looks the same.
And she wants something different. And she's trying to figure out...
I believe, not speaking just for myself, I feel like other women probably want different options. Am I right? Please call.
I would love to hear from women, and I would love to hear from guys who have hats and mustaches to defend themselves. Because I think there is something as a basic bro or a basic guy.
Now, what if you're a guy and that was your look for years? That's just been your look. You've had a mustache for a while. You've had a hat. You've got a trucker hat, let's call it, and you wear T-shirts because, more often than not, I wear jeans and T-shirts. Have the entire time you've known me, Allie. It hasn't changed. Now, all of a sudden, you're having a moment where your look is now, quote, the look, right? Do you feel like, whoa, hold on, I don't want to be grouped in with all these basic bros or whatever she's calling it?
Well, it's like when guys went through their hipster phase. There were, for a while, it was like the Lumineers effect, where everybody had suspenders and they had skinny pants on, and they were like, oh, no, I'm going to work on my screenplay at Starbucks with a typewriter, and that was the thing.
Man, the typewriter hipster at the coffee shop was the worst. They couldn't have just a regular computer because that was too modern. So they'd have some...
I know, they're like, I'm just going to write or read an old
Those
book.
things are heavy, too.
Yeah,
Totally.
it's just so much work.
They would pull out a feather to take notes too. You'd well, calm down, just get a pen, dude.
You have like a typewriter case.
Hey, Aaron, you would like to defend your look. Are you the exact description of what Vanessa believes is the new basic man in 2025?
I got, so it's slightly different. I got beanie, long hair, but then tattoos, mustache.
Right.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the skater version of the same thing.
I like a jeans and T-shirt, too.
Right. Now, are you, when you hear this description, are you insulted that you feel like you've been now put into the category of basic? Have you noticed your look is popping up on more and more dudes, or no?
No, I just want to know, Vanessa, what's up?
What's up with what, bro?
Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
No, just what's up?
What's up? I don't know.
think he's hitting on you, Vanessa.
This is a basic bro way of hitting on you.
Don't get so defensive.
Just going, what's up?
Yeah, I feel like she wants to fight now, and I feel like I whiffed. So.
No, he's typing something. Hold
you
on.
have that?
Go ahead. Hold on. Finish your note. He's got his typewriter out. He's getting ready.
He's going to send it to you by mail carrier pigeon.
What's up?
Hey, Carolyn on KROQ. As a lady, have you noticed this look has dominated society?
I have, and honestly, I really dig it because that's always been my type. But the thing is, Vanessa, what kind of tattoo? Are you into tattoos at all?
No, I am. Guys, literally, I like that look, but now that everyone looks like that, it's not that
unique,
exciting.
Right.
Again,
I get that.
You know what I mean?
No. This seems like a weird game that we can never win as a guy, because now Vanessa is saying, I like that look. On a personal level, that's a good look. But because it's all over the place now, I can't already, it's a strike against you, even though I like it.
No, you just don't want to look like everyone else.
Also, there's only so many looks a guy could have, bro. It's like we only get t-shirt and jeans and a hat, maybe, dude. We wear anything else and we're seen as like too feminine or just like weird.
Yeah,
that's your own thing.
Vanessa, you like it when guys now are doing these weird Timothy Chalamet where they're showing up with weird bell bottoms and a corset or something? You like that weird look?
If it's their true personality and they can pull it off, yeah.
But what I don't understand. What guy? Like, I guess the argument would be jeans and a t-shirt is a pretty and a hat is a pretty basic look.
Guys, I think I'm just saying hat, mustache. That's it. Let's switch it around. Give me like a different type of mustache and a beard. I don't know.
Yeah, but it also goes beyond just the looks, you know? Like, I feel like a lot of bros, too, it's like, and also I listen to Joe Rogan and I quote Wedding Crashers and I say everything is epic, you know? Like, there's also, I think, a basic personality for men, too, that exists, just like it does for women.
Yeah, but it's just funny that Vanessa realized now, because she said she was out, she said, like, every single guy looked like they were coming out of a factory where they were just made, boom, must get the mustache on, get the hat on, send them out.
Not everyone looks good in a mustache, okay? I've tried.
Right. Allie has got a mustache down there, and it is very questionable at best. But listen, we're giving you the opportunity to defend your look if you feel that you shouldn't be put in the category of being, quote, basic. Charles, what's up?
What's up? Listen, this is a thing that we talk about at work all the time, how, like, guys have no options. Like, we have to go with whatever's cool at the time. And women at work, they can show up in, like, big old like baggy pants and like or really tight spandex or whatever, and guys are like, we gotta wear a straight cut. Women can wear whatever they want and nobody says a thing, but guys show up in like, I have these like ninja looking pants. I show up to those in work and people flip out. They flip out like, oh my God, look at this idiot.
It's funny that you think nobody says a thing when women wear different. I feel like women are criticized on what they wear constantly.
Yes, but quietly behind their backs when they go to the bathroom.
That's true.
And guys will say to each other's faces, like, look at the weird ninja that showed up today.
Look at you,
at work.
pussy, you're wearing a corset?
Yeah, that's the big difference. A guy shows
Men
up.
have been intimidated into wearing a t-shirt and jeans. That's what you're saying.
Hey, look, adult ninjas here. Everyone hide your 2x4s. She's going to start breaking them. And this guy's going, man, I thought these pants looked cool when I bought them.
Somebody said, I think what bothers me is that there's no colors anymore. Everyone's just gray, beige, white, black.
Ah, finally. What a beautiful, beautiful world. This is what I've been dreaming of, Allie. Move over that rainbow crap, huh?
Neutrals.
Let's get rid of that. This is KROQ. Tackle the internet's most unsolvable mysteries and riddles with this exciting edition of Clickbait. Begins right now here on KROQ. Hit it. Clickbait. Internet was designed. Two reasons and two reasons only. Clickbait, masturbate. We can only do one of them on the radio, so let's get to it. And before we get out of here in this edition of Clickbait, we will find out what 6-word phrase means you're about to get dumped. What is the frightening reason why you should not clap after your airplane lands? And what is the biggest mistake people are making on a first date? All things, according to experts, that would force you to click around on the internet, spend hours trying to get to the actual answer. We get right to it here on KROQ. So we'll start with this one. This is, according to dating experts, this is the biggest mistake that single people are making on first dates in 2025.
Wearing mustaches and hats.
Mustaches and hats, says Allie. All right, fair enough. That's going to happen a lot because, according to Vanessa, that's what everyone looks like.
And girls.
And
Not
girls.
being original.
Omar Khan, what is the biggest mistake that people are making on a first date in 2025? It's changes.
I think people are too open. They overshare about, maybe it could be, past, trauma or, maybe why they broke up in their, past relationships, things along that nature. They just overshare.
Jake,
I think on a first date, you got to keep it kind of light.
Keep it light. Easy breezy.
Keep it light, keep it tight.
Jake the Nerd, what is the biggest mistake that people are making on a first date, according to dating experts?
I mean, the old classic is being on your phone.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but who can stay off their phone? I mean, that's insanity.
Well,
I would think
a lot of people can. You just can't.
I would think that person was mentally ill. If they
The
were
date
sitting
was
there.
weird. I don't know. They weren't on their phone.
They didn't look at their phone once.
They were looking in my eyes.
Do they not know anyone?
They were just staring off into space.
That would be so weird. Well, one of you's right. According to dating experts, the biggest mistake that single people are making on first dates that is sabotaging their future and themselves is that they are oversharing and sharing way too much. People, I feel like nowadays are very much in the whole, I don't have time to waste.
Well,
So they're
also
like, I just
because of
wanna
online dating, you're going on so many little dates that you're like, let's just cut to the chase here.
Yeah, but that's I think that's too much too soon, and I think that's overwhelming. People are like, whoa, what are we talking about? Splitting finances already? I just met her. We just have appetizers. What's going on here? It seems crazy.
You're like cuter than my last boyfriend. My last boyfriend dumped me after 4 years and then you just keep going into the monologue.
I think whatever happened to keep it fun. Like, be the best version of yourself. Ask them a couple questions about their cat. Pretend you care. And then, hopefully you have sex. That's what it's all about, right?
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Next one. This is apparently bait, according to travel experts, the frightening reason why you should never clap when the plane lands. Now, I'm not a clapper when the plane lands. I occasionally am on a flight where people that still do that, and I feel like that seems strange and weird. But
I feel like it's going to come back just because everyone's so thrilled that they've actually landed safely.
Right, bring back that applause. Try to give a standing ovation, and then they yell at you. Seatbelt sign's still on, but according to travel experts, and this is real clickbait right here, this is the frightening reason why you should not clap even when your plane does officially land.
It's got to be because the flight attendants and the pilot crew can't hear the air traffic control or something because there's so much roaring applause.
Is that a serious guess?
Yeah. I don't know. This is stupid.
It
is stupid, for sure.
You're absolutely right.
I'm grasping at straws here.
Wait till you hear the answer. It truly is stupid, but it's funny that you think that the applause is so loud that it's...
I think it's a good guess. I was going to go with...
that the pilots can't communicate with
I can't hear anything.
I mean, they were flying a giant airplane. That's pretty loud, too.
I mean, they do wear those little headphones, I guess.
Yeah. Quiet down in the back. It's too much applause.
Well, I think turning our stuff off on airplane mode is stupid, too. And they say that's for air traffic control.
All right, Allie says it's too loud and it distracts the flight attendants. Omar, what is the frightening reason why people should not clap even when the plane lands, according to the travel experts?
Yeah, I'm just going to say it's a distraction. Yeah. I mean, plain and simple. It's just a distraction.
Jake the Nerd?
Because it makes you look like a huge dork.
That's a great answer.
Is that what this clickbait
That is the answer. You look like a huge
End of
dork.
article.
The frightening reason passengers should never clap when a plane lands is because accidents can still occur as long as the plane is moving, including the very common unexpected situations like failed brakes or burst tires.
Oh, my God.
So they're saying you don't want to give premature applause and then jinx the entire landing.
I see. So you clap, but you can clap later when you've arrived at your gate.
You wait for your applause until after they kind of hit that loud bing, and then you get to all stand
God,
up.
you look like an even bigger dork. Everyone already clapped.
Like a final slow clap applause.
Everyone's trying to get up and get their bags.
I mean, that is really the definition of clickbait right there, because the reality is someone would see that and go, why is the frightening reason I shouldn't clap on the plane?
I know. I should check. And then it's like, because something might go wrong.
Yeah, because after you clap and give them the applause, they could be like, oh, burst tire. And then you're like, oh, why'd I waste my good applause on this?
Frightening reason.
That's not that frightening at all. Final question. All right, this is the one that matters most. Clickbait. Here we go. Hey, this 6-word phrase means you're about to get dumped. If you hear this 6-word phrase in any sort of a relationship you're in, it means game is almost over or will be over soon enough. This is according to experts and science and a bunch of other crap. This is a 6-word phrase you never want to hear because it means you're about to get dumped.
I think we need to talk. Is that 6?
I think we need to talk.
We need to talk is never a good thing.
All right.
Never, we need to talk about how great this relationship is going.
I think we need to talk. You think means it's almost over. You don't think it ever ends well with.
No, I think that there's a big problem, and that the problem has been brewing inside the person's head for so long that they need to do the hey, we need to talk, and let's sit down and hash this out.
Jake the Nerd, 6-word phrase that means your relationship is about to end.
We should totally invest in crypto.
Okay, we should totally invest in crypto. All right, Allie, you have a guess?
Don't die, open them to dies.
Great. That's another good guess as well. I didn't realize that is also 6 words. Good job.
Is it?
Close enough. Omar?
We need to break up now.
All right, Omar got it. We need to break up now.
You can hear him counting.
Yeah.
This is the signifier that you might get broken up with.
When somebody says, according to experts, I don't want to hurt you. What? And then when they say, I don't want to hurt you, what they are actually saying is that you care about me way more than I care about you. That's according to experts. If you hear the phrase, I don't want to hurt you, followed by anything, that is the
Isn't that what a murderer says before they murder their girlfriend?
They do want to hurt you, though. That's the difference there.
Yeah, but they're like, why do you make me do it?
So there you have it. Hopefully you can avoid those phrases at all costs and stop clapping when your plane lands. We have to take a super quick break. We'll be back in a second. When we return, your ADD news, and then we inch you closer and closer to getting yourself some Disneyland tickets for them coming up later this morning here on KROQ.
106.7 KROQ. KROQ. Klein, Alley Show.
Hey, it's Buddy Klein. Listen, if you've lost your home... show. Let's look at your news, but first let's check in with the KROQ Weather Center for a quick update on what we expect to be happening today, tomorrow. It's going to be a few days of craziness, and here with the live report, our meteorologist and that Doppler 1067. Vanessa, go ahead.
Thunderbolt and lightning very, very frightened me.
There you go. That is your 3-day forecast right here on KROQ. And now your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Can we have her do another series of just rain-related songs?
God, I hope so.
Because it's going to rain all week. We could do this.
It's going to.
Let's really do this.
Oh, mamma mia.
That is a great forecast.
Oh, she's worried. All right. If you are a fan of the Dodgers and of Dave Roberts, then you are pretty happy this morning because the official deal has been made. Dave Roberts has signed an extension contract, a pretty sweet one with the Dodgers. The ink is still drying, and it, of course, as expected, set a record. $32.4 million for 4 years. That is $8.1 million a year, and this breaks the previous record, which was $40 million for a 5-year deal, and that was given to Craig Counsell of the Cubs last year. And the Cubs, I don't remember them winning the World Series.
Well, I'll say this much. Omar thinks baseball's boring, but these men, they sit around in the dugout. They get to eat all the sunflower seeds they want. They want to start chewing tobacco. He's
so good at chewing gum and looking concerned.
He is. He's got a great concern.
That's all they do, right?
Thinking face. All you got to have is a good thinking face and a good chew.
Yeah. And then they have that 1 foot up on the dugout.
Yep.
They lean over.
They look.
They lean over and they squint sometimes. And then when they get mad, they just kind of do a gentle shake of the head. And then they take the pitcher out occasionally and they pick up that phone.
Although there's some guys that are universally thought to be dicks, and he's universally, I think, considered to be a pretty good guy, nice guy.
Every time I've heard him talk, he's actually pretty expressive.
Hard to find anyone that says bad things, so it's nice when good things happen to good people. Congratulations.
Well, I know there was a video of him meeting a bunch of previous Dodger All-Stars, and he was just like fanboying out over them. So you can tell he's actually really passionate about it.
It's a nice payday for that guy.
It is. All right, is your order always wrong at Starbucks? You might be a dick. Let's be honest, the baristas there, they know what they're doing. They've made enough skinny oat, no foam, triple shot lattes to not screw it up. But some baristas are admitting that they will intentionally screw up your order just a little bit if you're an a-hole. They say nothing too crazy.
But don't they just have to remake it at that point?
No, not enough for you to potentially even notice.
I thought the big thing they do when they don't like you is they give you uncaffeinated. That's the big... They switch it to
the decaf treatment is what they said. They said, for example, one woman came in and said, I want you to steam my milk to 200 degrees. And I told her, this is a safety issue. I can't do it. And she snapped and said, then hire someone who can. And she got decaf. But they say this, the people that are on their phones while they're ordering, they're passive-aggressive, or they talk down to us, treat us like we're not really people. It will be, again, nothing too crazy, just enough for it to annoy you, but not enough for you to have them remake it, not enough for you to maybe even notice.
I said 2% milk, and this is Tabasco sauce. Something is off
Well,
here.
I bet the full-fat treatment is another thing.
Oh, right, where someone wants, no fat. No, they're like,
I want skinny everything.
Right.
And then
give her the whole milk.
Yeah.
Put a stick of butter in there. That'll teach her. Yeah, I get it. Look, you got to learn a lesson somehow.
That's as somebody who has ordered a skinny drink before, I would be fine with that. I'd be like, you know what? I deserve it. I deserve full fat. If you're going to go milk, just go whole.
My wife asked me when I was at the Randy's Donuts drive-thru to see if they had matcha. And I'm like, I promise you, Randy's Donuts does not have matcha. Do not make me say this.
I thought you've gotten matcha for her.
I got a matcha donut. They got a matcha donut. They didn't have
a skinny matcha donut?
She's like, see if they can give you a matcha with oat milk. I'm like, they can't. It's Randy's Donuts. They're not going to do that. Please don't make me ask.
Dude. And
she's like, just ask. You never know. I'm like, I know.
You never know.
I do know.
Please don't embarrass me.
It's going to be so humiliating. I got street credit Randy's Donuts.
It is the worst when you are asked to ask someone something. Like, just ask yourself. I hate it.
I hate ordering Vanessa's drink, too, and I always have to say, like, when I'm ordering it, thank God for the app, because when I'm in person and I'll, like, send you guys a text, anyone wants Starbucks, and Vanessa wants her weird brown, the most, like, brown sugar, shaken brown sugar. What is that stupid thing you like?
Oatmeal, brown sugar, shaken espresso.
And I have
an oatmeal brown sugar shaken espresso?
Yeah.
Is that
I'm saying that wrong.
Is that a
But
drink
those are
or-
the ingredients?
It's a drink of some sort. And that's funny. When I order it, they say the same thing to me. They're like, is that a drink? I'm like, I don't know. You work here. That's what she's telling me to get her. They're like, did you order oatmeal with brown sugar? I'm like, I think so. Is that a drink, though?
They're like, we're going to give the
Okay, it's brown sugar shaken espresso with oat milk.
Yeah, I hate doing
with oat milk, not oatmeal.
Yeah, I hate doing that order for her. And I have to always say, like,
They're scooping oatmeal into
I'm very-
her drink. I'm like, I don't know what people want anymore.
I try to be very clear with them. This one's not for me. I always do mine first. Easy. Iced coffee, black.
That's so
and then
funny.
and also for my coworker, oatmeal shaken, please, with a side of brown
For
sugar.
my female coworker.
Right.
All right, you put a lot of thought into who your doctor is, Klein, right? I mean, you focus on their age, their gender, how long they've been doing this, what day of the week it is. You think about that stuff. And it affects your comfort level. But would you feel more or less comforted if a robot was doing the job instead of a human? Because there is a fleet of robot surgeons that are getting approved to perform what they call microsurgeries. These are surgeries that are so intricate that they typically involve blood vessels that are thinner than a human hair. And because robots have crazy, they have better vision than humans do. They're able to zoom in at a crazy level, and they're able to have that precision that humans don't have. Of course, a human surgeon is overseeing the procedure and even controlling it, sort of like a video game. But they said now with this technology, they'll be able to do and treat conditions that they weren't even able to treat before because they're able to get in there with that robotic precision.
Robot would be nice because they're never concerned about lunch or they're not hungover. But then,
or they're not like, I just got out of another 13-hour surgery.
But I think about all of the things that do involve robots, like the elevators that get stuck once in a while, and you go, that would just suck if it was your day to get your open heart surgery and the robot had that. That was the day they glitched, or that was the day there was a software
update. Or like they
update.
missed an update.
Right. That's the one that would really get to me. We get into a brand new hour of the show. We do it after this one from Cage the Elephant on KROQ.
Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
All right, welcome to your Tuesday before the atmospheric river arrives and soaks us all in Southern California. Let's make it worth your while. Coming up in less than an hour, 4 Disneyland tickets will be yours. This hour, Quentin Tarantino. There's a whole cool thing going on in Southern California that we will get you into, involving the music from some of the many iconic films that Quentin Tarantino has brought us over the years. It's called Tarantino Pulp Rock, high-octane live rock spectacle. And the only thing standing between you and those tickets this hour is Vanessa, the master of many voices, who will be recreating scenes from iconic Tarantino films. And all you have to do is figure out what movie she is bringing you to. Although I think this is going to be too easy, Allie, because if you listen to this tease, it's almost like you're in the movie.
What's special? What's special? Take you in the back and ask your D.
Wow, that is aggressive stuff right there. That is, it's like a spot-on impression. So
I think Vanessa should be hosting this event now.
She should be, so we'll get to that coming up shortly. And if you'd like to win those tickets, you got First Impressions with Vanessa to get through. If you're new to the show, nice to meet you. I'm Klein, there's Allie.
Morning.
That is DJ Omar Khan, known
Hello.
as the audio sniper in the back room, taking your calls, Postmaster Johnny, and the Vanessa, star of movies. And then there's Jake the nerd.
Star of movies.
Jake the nerd has got a big announcement to share with us all. A very big announcement. The biggest announcement, I think.
A big round announcement.
We'll get to it after Green Day right here on KROQ. Klein Alley Show. A lot of guesses on the text line. Tina's pregnant, a baby nerd incoming. Well, that's the first guess out of the gate from 310. Jake the nerd, go ahead and tell us the big news, buddy.
Well, as of yesterday, I went to the doctor and I have hit an all-time new record high weight.
That boy. So you gained even more weight since the last time we talked to you about this?
I guess. I mean, I was fully clothed this time. I weighed myself at home like, just like underwear. So I finally, for the first time in my life, I hit 2 bills.
I will say the doctor scales are the most unforgiving.
No, they are very accurate.
Yeah, but they also, every time I weigh the most at the doctor's.
Yeah, because
it's later in the day, you've got all your clothes.
Because they got those little things they move around, little metal things. They make it
those
all
aren't accurate. The stupid balance beam things.
That's
Screw
accurate.
that.
That's as accurate gets. They claim that those weird, rickety old scales that probably give you tetanus just for standing on them are the most accurate scales on the planet.
I tell them to change it to kilograms so that it's less.
Sounds like, what would I be on the moon? Just give me that number. So, Jake, you have now crossed the 200 mark.
200.2.
So did they start giving you pamphlets? What was the reaction to your weigh-in?
Did they clap like when a plane lands?
Yes, they clapped. I'm like, oh, thank you. I've been working towards this for years now. No, but they did say I was like qualified to take like a weight loss drug.
Dude, you should do it. It's probably covered.
I think anyone who lives in L.A. is qualified for the weight loss drugs.
Congratulations, you have a pulse.
So is that what your next move you think is going to be, or?
I don't know what my next move is yet, but I mean, I know
mean, any
that
move
for sure.
would be.
Gotta move.
Yeah, dude. Move.
Jake's next move is not moving.
The next move is just to the couch.
Didn't you also take a record-long nap yesterday?
Oh, yeah. I think that had something to do with the time change, but I didn't wake up till 7 p.m.
This guy's really living a day.
You took a 5.5-hour nap.
It was great.
A 5.5-hour nap, and you just hit your newest high weight ever, which is even though a pound is a pound, whatever, to cross into the 2s now. I mean, so you're in a new environment.
You're in
Jake.
a new pant size for sure.
Actually, that's the weird part. My pants still fit, barely.
I think the elastic is so worn on every piece of clothing you have that it doesn't really matter your size.
Yeah, but it is concerning because I know before I was heavier, but I was officially morbidly obese, so I don't even know what I am now. No, I wasn't morbidly obese. I was just obese.
So there's a new term for what you are now? Well, remember that woman yesterday said you're fat happy because you're in a new relationship, so you're doing that happy fat eating.
I don't feel like I'm happy.
Right, but you get half of it. You got the fat part.
Thank you.
Some people are suggesting that we now officially, in a ceremonial transfer, move the dump truck sounds that we used to play when Allie would leave the studio, and we officially transfer those over to you.
No, that's good. Keep them with Allie.
Now, there goes Jake.
No!
Jake's
I hereby gift the sound of a garbage truck backing up to the Jake.
Now when Jake doesn't need those noises. He's never backing up. He's just sitting still.
That'll just be the crane trying to remove him from the studio at some point.
Jake, how you feeling? Okay, or is this like hard for you to stomach? Pun intended.
I feel okay. I mean, I would like to lose weight. I feel like I've been buying extra large T-shirts now at shows instead of large.
You guys have been saying grow the show. Who knew you were talking about Jake?
Yeah.
That's a good point from the 626.
The thing is, you told us last week that
Tina got Jake pregnant.
Oh, my God. That's what it is. No wonder you're hormonal.
I knew someone was pregnant. It's Jake.
That makes so much sense.
You're glowing.
But you're not really changing anything yet. I mean, it seems that you're still pretty sedentary, and didn't you guys order pizza over the weekend? Like, I don't know if you've really made a diet change either.
No, my diet is during the week I try to eat decently, and then on the weekend not give a crap.
It seems to be working.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that you right now eating, or?
No, that's a sound effect.
And you have to think about, Jake, how much of that is probably beer weight.
You do drink a ton of beer.
Yeah, but only on the weekends.
That doesn't matter. If you have like 8 beers, that's a lot.
Don't you drink every Wednesday when they record the podcast?
Yes, he drinks on Wednesday during
don't count.
Yeah, see, he drinks on Wednesday during the podcast, and then he drinks again on Friday. Yeah. He cracks a Friday beer.
I've done the whole that doesn't count thing. It doesn't work. It all counts.
Yeah, trust me. According to your scale, it's counting. All right, it's counting a lot.
Now, for a limited time, it's the KROQ KROQ Instant Spring Break. Just add listening every hour at 9, noon, 3, and 6. And voila! A chance to win 4-packs of one-day, one-park tickets to Disneyland Park or Disney California Adventure Park. At the Disneyland Resort, the happiest place on earth, you find all kinds of happy. And KROQ wants to give you a chance to visit on us. You can find that travel to a galaxy far, far away kind of happy. And my dream is finally coming true kind of happy. And wow, that churro was the size of my forearm kind of happy. Keep listening to win your KROQ Instant Spring Break. Winners of KROQ's Instant Spring Break are known to have a ton of fun and shout woohoo a lot. Both ticket and park reservation required.
KROQ.
Hey. Yesterday, I almost got to experience something that I've always wanted to do. And I've told you on the show many times, this would be one of my goals. Every year, it's been my goal to do this thing. And yesterday, I came the closest I've ever come to accomplishing that goal.
Is it the armored bank heist that you always wanted to do?
Eating a whole pizza in one sitting?
I've done that many times. Nothing I'm proud of, but I've done it many times. And no, Omar, I did not steal or break in or try to rob from an armored car.
That's exactly what somebody who did that would say today.
Right. Well, I wish I could have. I see them all the time, especially outside this building, and they do seem unattended.
Yeah.
I've always thought about it.
Is that why you have on that fancy leather coat?
That's right. That's my, that's
You
my
bought it with your winnings.
It's my Robin coat. I yesterday was very close to doing my first ever citizen's arrest.
What?
Because I got a text in the middle of the day that an active break-in was happening 3 blocks from my house. And this is part of the whole neighborhood watch thing that has been started because of all of the break-ins that have been happening pretty much all over Southern California. I mean, they've just been happening all over the place, and people don't seem to care anymore. Like, at least back in the day, they'd be like, well, we'll wait till they're out of town for the weekend, then we'll rob them. Now they're just going, they went and walked the dog for 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and smash a window, break in, grab
day,
some
night,
stuff.
doesn't matter.
2 o'clock afternoon, middle of the day. By the way, beautiful day, too. I'm not saying if I'm going to rob houses, I start thinking to myself, is today the kind of day that more people would be out walking around, perhaps because it's nice outside? Maybe you wait till there's, I don't know, weather drops to the 70s here. At least some people, don't want to go out, but maybe that's their thought. Maybe their plan is people are probably outside enjoying the sun. Now's a good time to break in.
Or do they feel like us, where we was like, we should go to the beach. They're like, we should rob. It's such a nice day.
Such a nice day for robbing. So I get this text that I'm on. There's like hundreds of people on this text chain, but it basically says there is a break-in in progress right now. Police have been notified, but as you know, the response time, not very quick.
Jesus.
And so it became, are any neighbors nearby that can go scope the situation? I was so bummed out because I wasn't home, but I was in the canyon making my way back. And I was thinking to myself, God, if only this guy, because I know the way that these guys operate is they're in and out of places in like 5 minutes or less.
And even if there's cameras, it doesn't help anything, really.
Doesn't really help. Usually you just have cameras. Now, what this person did, because the footage was released after the fact, They wore a vest as if they were a Amazon delivery driver. They had the full Amazon delivery driver outfit, walked up with an empty box to the front door, knocked on the door a few times, no one answers. Then they kind of put the box down. Then that's when they decided to walk around the side of the house, smash a window, go in, grab a bunch of stuff, and leave.
So it's just one person?
This time, well, it's all in the video I saw, it was just one person.
Wow.
And apparently after the fact,
what does that say about you that you can't even get one person to help you?
To help you rob. Yeah, I know. You'd think, like, at least you could find a friend that wants to go robbing with you.
Yeah, like even these crime rings that are like getting arrested, they're like, I love my bros.
But maybe there was another friend that was on lookout, or maybe there was another friend that was in the drive. Because they did have a car parked outside.
What was your plan if you arrived? How were you going to stop the break-in?
I was so frustrated and annoyed because I was in the canyon, but I was responding saying, I can be there in like 11 minutes. And everyone's going like, is there anyone closer? And I think there were definitely people closer that were too pussy to go and do anything. So I was like, my plan, I'll tell you, Allie, I had 2 plans. I don't have any weapons on me, but I
Except
do.
for your hands.
Except for my hands.
Oh, yeah.
These are very dangerous.
You can mush those right into someone's face.
Lethal weapons.
Can get hairy knuckles right in the face. Nothing grosser than that. You know?
Just choke on your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go.
No, the plan was I was going to try to box in whatever the escape vehicle was. So the escape vehicle couldn't move. That was the plan.
Well, you can only box in one. How do you box somebody in on what if they can just go the other way?
When they move, I move. Move.
What?
You know, you try to,
It's like that dance.
Yeah, the little dance. They try to pull up.
You move, I move.
I box them in. I box in. That was the
Just like
idea.
that?
I was going to
Just
box
like
them in. The plan was to just slow down. I was actually going to slash tires and box in.
How are you going to slash tires with no weapons?
I didn't
with those
think
hands.
I didn't think that through.
You're going to
My
punch
hairy
the
hands.
tires with your hands.
Karate chop. Oh, that didn't
Kick
work.
it.
But I got there at exactly, let's just call it, I don't know, 3 minutes after the perp left the scene. And they were
Wow,
gone.
what a story.
And
Wait, where's the close to being the citizens arrest thing?
Well,
you're very far from doing
Seems like
anything
you
like
just
that.
showed up after a house got broken into
I
and
was-
then went on your way.
3 minutes away, guys. 3 minutes from a citizen's arrest. 3 minutes.
But you wouldn't have been able to citizens arrest anybody with no weapens or defense or anything.
Of
You think
course.
he would have listened to you? He would have just run away.
No. Not if you say citizen's arrest.
You can't.
Okay,
What
it
is this
doesn't work that
tag?
way, man.
You're it.
Yeah.
My rules.
Citizen's arrest.
It's not a home base anymore.
Citizen's arrest. And I was ready. I had like a whole thing ready to go.
You
and
couldn't have
A whole
tackled
thing?
somebody like that.
I wasn't going to tackle, Allie. That's.
What if he would have pulled out a gun on you?
Well, then he wins. I mean, then I realized.
Take backsies.
Yeah. All right. Citizen's arrest on hold for now. Yeah, I mean, I was. Listen.
Even the plan that you're formulating in your head for when you arrive has so many holes in it. Like to be able to trap somebody from leaving a street that has two directions. Usually, when the cops are trapping people, they've got them caught on both ends, so they can't go anywhere.
Unless you're smashing into the vehicle, and then you're going to get a tremendous amount of car damage.
I did think of smash. That was my first thought, Omar, was I was just smashing. I'll wait, and then I'll smash in the vehicle. But then you run the risk. You smash the vehicle. My car gets destroyed, and his car. You see this all the time. Cars crash. One car drives off fine. The other one's like can't move.
Well,
So
you got Sweet James.
That's Sweet James. That's Sweet James. But the adrenaline I felt as I was driving over the canyon, ready to make this citizen's arrest, was really
Was that
intense.
the same adrenaline you felt when you saw that statue dog, and you were going to save it?
No, because
Statue dog.
I didn't know until I went up to it that it was it was not a statue. It was an art installation. First of all,
Okay.
It's not a statue of a dog. It was an art
What's the
installation.
difference?
The difference
Yes, explain the difference.
is a statue. I think is there forever, and an art installation is temporary. I think because it's not there anymore.
Statue is a famous dog.
Yeah, so-
Installation is just random dog.
But then
You're a hero. You're right.
I did talk to one of the officers that got to the scene after the fact and told him.
And I saw nothing.
Told him my plan. He did ask
So is that why you're wearing that leather coat? Because you feel tough today?
my tough guy coat.
Don't you mess with me.
Bicycle over here.
You know, it's funny because I was
I want to
thinking.
give you a noogie.
Yes. Yes.
Is that your bullion coat?
I'm
I can
only,
tell by the zippers.
I'm only wearing my tough guy clothes from now on. You never know when you got to be ready to do the
I keep my
citizen's
no
arrest.
knife in here.
That's right. Got my slingshot, and I'll pull it out if I need
Places
to.
a comb.
Well, anyway, another hero.
Well, we're all in awe of you.
Yeah, our eyes are on you, you perps. It's the moment of the show I've been waiting for most. It's about to start right now on KROQ. If you'd like to join us, win yourself a prize, and play some first impressions with Vanessa, the master of many voices, get on the phones now at 800-520-1067 because we got up for grabs tickets to Pulp Rock, Tarantino Pulp Rock, a high-octane live rock spectacular.
And Quentin Tarantino has made some incredible films over the years.
Some of the best.
Some of the best, and some of the best monologues in movie history, some of the best, most heightened moments with a lot of swearing, but we figured Vanessa would be incredible at replaying some of those.
She's never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie ever, so let's start with that. Never seen one, but she will be recreating some of the most iconic scenes, and you will, of course, if you win these tickets, you'll get to go to the Tarantino Pulp Rock, where you'll get to watch these iconic films and the soundtracks performed live at Cinevita at Hollywood Park. And also, everyone who qualifies, everyone who wins those tickets this week, someone is going to get the VIP experience, including a VIP booth, comes with champagne, snacks, dedicated waiter, waitress, valued at over $1,000. That's the grand prize. So you will have an amazing night celebrating the fine, legendary career of one Quentin Tarantino.
Vanessa has never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Nope.
And she's never successfully pronounced Quentin Tarantino.
That's true. All week, as she's been talking about this prize we have, she's been saying, Quinton? Quintanana. So we're like, what? You talking about Quentin Tarantino still? She goes, I think so. So we will play you. She's recreated some scenes. She's been working on this all morning long, which is why we had to wait until 8:30 roughly to get this on the air.
She wants time to perfect her craft.
We will play a clip of her doing a scene, and all you got to do is tell us which Quentin Tarantino movie it's from. And if you're able to identify which scene the movie is from, Allie will write your name down, and we'll pick a winner and give you some tickets. All right, let's say hi to Rebecca in Valencia. This is not going to be easy, but if you're up for the challenge, welcome to KROQ. Good morning, Rebecca.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. We'd love you to win this. Once again, as you know, Vanessa is the master of many, many voices, and we will go ahead and play you the first scene right now from a Quentin Tarantino film as performed by Vanessa. Listen closely. Here we go.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip. If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra. But I mean, it's tipping automatically. It's for the birds. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're just doing their jobs.
Hey, this girl was nice.
She was okay. She wasn't doing anything special.
What special? What's special? Take you in the back and ask your D? I go over 12% for that.
All right. Now, listen, I know this movie.
Iconic.
That is an iconic scene. Only who knows if that'll be performed again if you win these tickets. Do you know what Quentin Tarantino movie that is from, Rebecca?
I am going to guess because I'm also the worst, but Pulp Fiction, is that a
show me Pulp Fiction. No,
Is that
is
a
not.
thing?
Pulp Fiction is a thing, but that is not a scene from Pulp Fiction, which is too bad because it is a quite iconic scene, Allie. I'm going to play you the actual scene right now, and then we'll go to the next one. We have multiple scenes to share with you. I don't want to give everyone the opportunity to guess that one, but this is that actual scene took place from one of the, I believe, the first. I think it was the first Quentin Tarantino movie ever.
Really?
I believe so. It was the first one I think I ever saw, and it was this scene from Reservoir Dogs.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip. If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra. But, I mean, this tipping automatically, it's for the birds. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're just doing their job.
Hey, this girl was nice.
She was okay. I mean, she wasn't anything special.
What's special? Take you in the back and your
So, I don't know. I think Vanessa and Steve Buscemi had similar delivery.
Yeah, can I just hear a little bit of Vanessa's impression now? Because now that I recall Steve Buscemi's delivery, I would just like to hear a little bit because she got the.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip.
But you sped up her speaking a little bit.
I'll tip if someone really
right. That's her Steve Buscemi.
If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra. Yeah. But I mean, it's tipping automatically. It's for the birds.
All right. Well, there you go. Beautiful.
It's for the birds.
It's beautiful recreation right there. This is First Impressions with Vanessa. We move on. We say hi to Armando now. Armando, I hope you can get one of these right so we can give away these tickets. Good morning, Armando.
Good morning. How's it going, guys?
Good. I hope you're a fan of Quentin Tarantino. More importantly, I hope you're a fan of Vanessa Tarantino as she is recreating some of these iconic scenes. And here is your scene. Listen closely.
The price you pay for bringing up either my Chinese or American heritage as a negatives, I collect your effing head. Whoa. Just like this effer here. Now, if you son of a bitches got anything else to say, now is the effing time.
All right. Feel like I'm in the movie with Vanessa. Do you have any idea what Quentin Tarantino film that line comes from?
So good. I I believe it's from Kill Bill Volume 1.
Let's find out if you're right.
ただ今問題になったことは除きますが The price you pay for bringing up either my Chinese or American heritage as a negative is I collect your head. Just like this here. やろうと同じようにね Now if any of you sons of got anything else to say, now's the time!
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I gotta watch that again.
I didn't think so.
Equally intense. I think Vanessa's version was almost as good. Armando, hold on.
Anything else to say?
Yeah, hers was like if Rosie Perez got the role. But still...
Don't bring up her Chinese heritage.
Yeah. Once again, this was just a clip of Vanessa.
What? Does he look?
Oh, hold on. That's the next one. Hold on. That's the next one. There's too many clips of Vanessa here doing Tarantino to keep track of it all. This was her once again doing Kill Bill just to bring you back to the moment.
If you son of a bitches got anything else to say, now is the effing time.
All right, Armando, hold on 1 second. Congratulations. You got yours right. People, big fans of this game on the text line. I can hear Vanessa recreating Quentin Tarantino films all day, every day. Well, we got one more chance for someone to lock in on this. And what a prize, because someone's going to end up in a VIP booth enjoying a whole night of Tarantino. All right, let's go to Baldwin Park and say hi to Alex. Alex, welcome to First Impressions with Vanessa. You ready to go?
Sweet divots, yeah.
Sweet divots. Here we go. This is your final impression. This is apparently a Quentin Tarantino movie as performed by Vanessa.
What? What country you from? What? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? What? English, mother effer, do you speak it? Yes. Then you know what I'm saying. What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, mother effer. Say what one more goddamn time. He's black. Go on. He's bold. Does he look like a bitch? What? Does he look like a bitch?
Okay. Alex, your final chance to play. It's not a comedy. I guess technically it is now. What Quentin Tarantino film is that from?
That is Pulp Fiction, baby.
That's right.
And by the way, she's never seen Pulp Fiction either. So for her, just in reading these lines, it's the absolute first time she's even heard this, witnessed it at all.
I mean, she can pick up on the performance already, though. I mean, those are the beats.
Listen, you tell me, Allie, is this Samuel L. Jackson or is this Vanessa? I don't even know anymore.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? What? English, mother. Do you speak it? Yes. Then you know what I'm saying. Yes.
Once again, it's hard to tell where one of them stops and one of them starts.
I mean, my goodness.
It really is remarkable. But regardless, congratulations. You also got yours right, which means two people, Allie, got theirs right.
Does he look like a bitch?
Okay, relax.
Does he look like a bitch?
Okay, Vanessa,
Vanessa, whatever you say. Just calm down. Jesus Christ. Allie, is it Alex? Is it Armando? Who's getting the tickets today?
Congrats, Armando.
Armando, you are going to an evening of Quentin Tarantino. Hold on 1 second.
Unless you kind of already got one just now.
That's very exciting. You will be going to Tarantino Pulp Rock, Live Rock Spectacular, celebrating the iconic film soundtracks Quentin Tarantino at Cinevita Hollywood Park. Hold on 1 second. Congratulations.
Like a bitch.
All right, relax, Vanessa.
Like a bitch.
the elderly. You want to live forever? We've got a brand new old people secret to get to. But first, what's my age again? How fitting on KROQ. Would you like to live forever? The elderly are setting us up for failure, or they're giving us the secret so that you too can live a long and happy and healthy life. And there's been more thought now than ever before in wellness and people trying to live longer and CMOS and all that crap. But listen, sometimes you meet the elderly and they say, all I did was hot dogs and whiskey.
Or the Lord.
Or the Lord. It's time for a new round of Old People Secrets.
From chicken brain to drinking rain, not getting laid, they call me the barmaid.
They call me the barmaid.
That's right. Let's live forever with Sweet Dibbit.
Sweet Dibbit.
Time for some old people secrets.
All right, take a listen. You want to live forever, you got to hear what the old people say, or are they trying to set us up for early death?
A very special birthday today for a very special lady in Little Egg Harbor, Ocean County.
Family and friends turned out to help her celebrate 103 years.
Happy birthday to you.
This isn't just any birthday for Lucia DeClerc.
It's her last.
Some way to start the story.
This special young lady gets not one.
Oh, there it is. The
Special lady.
Special young lady. The young lady. I mean, at that point, it's just, why are you doing that?
Just say she's an old-ass lady.
Right, this old-ass lady. That would be
that
at least...
we are not happy to do a news story on because
Right.
we'd rather be doing a big...
Right, a big story. This is like at least
a puff piece.
So have some integrity in your journalism. Don't call her a young lady and flash a picture of a 103-year-old being propped up on a plant. We know what's happening. Come on.
Not 2, but 3 cakes spelling out her...
Oh, it's like Jake. 3 cakes, Alex. That's a lot of cake right there. That's it's like a Jake birthday party right there. 3 different cakes.
That's what
Not 2, but 3 cakes spelling out her 103rd birthday.
I'm nervous as a cat.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. She sounds like Jake.
She does sound like Jake.
I'm nervous as a cat.
I'm nervous as a cat.
Jake, let me hear you do that.
I'm nervous as a cat.
Yeah, almost identical.
Lucia admits she was a bit nervous about all the fanfare surrounding her big day. She's flanked by family and friends and generations of loved ones.
I have a lovely, lovely family. And grandchildren.
You definitely don't have grandparents.
Oh, yeah. No, those are gone.
I have to break that to you.
4 generations.
Lucia has outlived 3 husbands and 3...
Oh, damn.
Suspicious, huh?
3, yeah, definitely not natural causes there, even if you are 103.
Outlive 1 or 2, maybe. Outlive 3, all of a sudden, that's a Netflix doc. You got to start looking into that.
I know, and you know what? She's probably inherited so much from every husband.
Lucia has outlived 3 husbands.
This is like Allie's mom. This is like the throat coat. She's had 3 husbands, too.
Dude, I got to get in the will.
And 3 cardiologists, all the while attributing the simplest things to her long life.
So
wait, they were all cardiologists?
I think she's outlived 3 husbands and 3 cardiologists.
Oh.
So she just keeps outliving people, which, once again...
questionable.
Start pointing the finger.
Pray.
Oh, hold on. This is what... So she starts with, I will... That's a freebie. I'll give you that. She does talk about some of the things that she attributes her long life to. So the one I'll give you for free is she does
I pray
say
to
this.
not get caught.
She says this.
Pray.
For alibis. What else does she say is her secret to living a long and healthy life, Allie? She starts with pray. Will that have anything to do with the other ones? What do you think she's going to say?
I think she's going to be one of the ones who says tequila. I think it's going to be a booze. Tequila, I'll go with.
Okay, tequila. Sounds like a tequila drinker. Sounds like Jake, so I would say it's probably a beer drinker.
Oh,
beer, only on the weekends and on Wednesdays and Fridays.
And the color purple, I love it.
Jake?
I have a steak.
Steak?
Yeah, that's what I have. I don't have cake, I have steak.
Oh, steak. Okay. Yeah, you do. Omar?
Yeah. I think she's going to go with exercise. She likes to go on walks.
All right.
You're going opposite of Jake.
Interesting. Here's what she says.
All the while attributing the simplest things to her long life.
Pray 24/7.
What?
And I watch very closely what I put in my mouth.
Oh, damn.
She is no Jake.
Only rich man.
Cardiologists and rich husbands in my mouth.
And I watch very closely what I put in my mouth. Anything out of the ocean suits me. Champagne is one of my favorite.
Does she know champagne does not come from the ocean? Is she aware of that? Or she seems
straight off the barnacles.
She's very confused. Yeah.
Kailua on ice cream.
Whoa, she likes the Kahlua on ice cream. That's a good move.
Her answer is all over the place, though. Anything from the ocean.
Champagne.
Cardiologist D.
And
yeah.
Lucia shares what she believes is the key to a happy life.
Oh, now
they're asking her.
Now she's giving a different answer. Hold on. Now, see, once
you know
again,
what?
This is the sabotage. This is how it works. They give you so much stuff you don't even know what to follow anymore.
I know, but to be fair, they also have asked her 1,000 times.
Yes. So they didn't want that answer, pray 24/7 and all that other crap. So now they're giving another answer. You want to take another shot at it?
Oh, my God. I'm going to say fish sandwich.
All right, here we go.
Just be happy and try to make everybody around you happy.
There you go. That's right. She's making everyone around her happy, huh? She sure is.
Or they die.
All right, well, congratulations and happy birthday. Take a quick break. Back in a moment. By the way, 15 minutes away from your Disneyland tickets. We got 4 of them. 4 of them to give you, and we'll do that after this.
Klein, World Famous KROQ. Klein, Alley Show. Mornings on KROQ.
Can you believe it? June's almost over. Pride Month goes away forever, and then Allie can go back to dating guys. Oh, isn't that a great thing?
It was all a phase.
Let's be honest time. It's our final round of Let's Be Honest, the month Pride, which means any questions you have for Allie, a real, living, breathing lesbian. We get questions from straight men. A lot of straight men have questions for lesbians. We've studied you our entire lives. You've been in our browsing history since the creation of the internet.
You mean like _1 dope Mexican on Instagram who asked me, do you ever crave the D?
Great question. I wonder that all the time. I think maybe once in a while, it's like I've got certain types of food I like, and then every once in a while I'm like, I have a weird craving for Indian food. No, I don't say that.
Every once in a while.
It's time for Let's Be Honest. Hit it.
Let's be honest. Let's put our lesbian to the test. She's the very best. Ooh, ooh. Let's be honest. You got a question she'll address. Come on, shake your breasts. Lesbians.
All right, 800-520-1067. You call, you text, and you can be a part of Let's Be Honest for the last time. If you don't get your questions answered today, you may have to hold on to those questions for an entire another year. Let's say hi to Uriel.
Hey, sorry guys, I had you on speaker. Good morning, Sweet
That's
Dibs.
all right. Good morning, Sweet Dibs. Question for a real-life lesbian. Go ahead.
Yeah, I forgot the question.
Oh my God!
Got your question.
This guy's the best.
Well, it confirms that I will never go back.
Allie this is why she's into women. Guys like you.
I forgot.
Uriel, it's your big moment to shine now. Let's go.
Yeah, do lesbians celebrate Father's Day?
Great question.
Lesbians celebrate Father's Day.
It is something that we've talked about because Mother's Day is a double whammy for both of us, and I wish that both of us could just sit back and have breakfast made for us, but then no one would make breakfast.
Or clean it up.
Exactly.
Right.
So I pitched to Katie, why don't one of us celebrate Mother's Day and the other person celebrate Father's Day? And she said that I would be the one to celebrate Father's Day, which I agree, I would play that role. But the problem is that everybody else around us will still send me Mother's Day cards. I would have to make some kind of a statement to our family going, hey everybody.
Include her.
Include me in Father's Day. Do not send me a Mother's Day card. And I think even just the greeting cards alone, I would love to make the switch because the Mother's Day cards are so annoying and so like, you deserve to relax with a nice glass of wine. If you age, like, I wish that I had like stupid fishing puns and stuff. Like, I wish I had that goldfish in the hammock as like a card for me because I think the Father's Day cards are at least a little more entertaining.
George, you're on with Allie. She's a lesbian and she's answering questions. Honestly, this is Let's Be Honest. What's up?
Allie, boobs or butt?
Another great question.
Boobs or butt?
You know, I think a lot of people would assume that because I'm a lesbian, I would choose the boobs. But
I've looked at you. I've watched you check out women, and you look at the butt. You're a butt girl.
I am a 100% a butt girl.
Yeah.
I will look at a butt. I will look at a good butt regardless, but I think that women's butts are some of the most beautiful things that God ever created.
They are.
And I think that, their boobs are great. There's a lot of functions and stuff like that. I'm not really big on my boobs.
No, none of us are.
Yeah, so it's just not really that much of a point of interest. It's not like a make or break for me in terms of like body. If I'm like, oh, this person has great boobs. Like Sydney Sweeney, she's got great boobs. I get it. But it wouldn't be a deciding factor for me. If she had tiny boobs or weird lopsided boobs or giant areolas, but still a great butt, just as good to me.
I noticed you didn't say mind in any of this. You could have answered that a lot of different ways.
That wasn't the question.
Well, you could have.
It wasn't boobs or mind.
No, obviously. But you could have taken a nice moment there to let everyone know that what really counts is the boobs.
But that wouldn't be lesbian and honest.
Omar, what say you? I know you're not a lesbian, but you would obviously weigh in on this as well. Boobs, butt. Which one to you is more significant?
Oh, let's see. For me, boobs all the way. Yeah, I love them.
Sweet knockers.
Hell yeah.
Of course. That's why he likes cooking with Claudia.
No one has said mind, by the way.
No one said, Omar could have said mind, bro. Let me see if Jake's going to throw mind in there. Jake, boobs or butt?
Okay.
And Jake probably does say that. That's right.
That's why he's not getting laid.
Let's say hi to Sue on KROQ. It's Let's Be Honest time. Any question you have, Allie will answer them honestly, no matter how difficult the questions may be. And I don't know if we'll get to... Hey, Sue, hold on one second. I don't know if you saw this one on the text line, Allie, but someone did ask, 951, when scissoring, do you ever get that suction cup effect? Which I think is a valuable question.
It's funny. I also got an Instagram message about scissoring saying, if you guys are both freshly shaved, do you get razor burn?
Great. These are all good questions.
Which is true. But the suction cup effect, I have never experienced.
Sue, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning, Sweet Dibbit.
Sweet Dibbit.
So what is your question for Allie?
Do you like Chapel Roan?
I love Chapel Roan. I actually just discovered her. It was like the weekend after Coachella and then I realized that she had played and that I didn't see her. I was so pissed. But she is amazing because she dresses like a drag queen, has this whole drag effect, super fun music, but then she's also queer and she writes songs about having sex with women, which is the best. I think the best of both worlds. But everybody who suggested her to me is straight.
Eddie.
Yes. Yep.
Eddie, you're on KROQ. Let's Be Honest time. What do you got?
Sweet knockers, guys.
Sweet knockers.
How do you eat your bananas? You break it up?
I've seen how this is a great question. And
you can tell between the guy-girl questions.
Yeah, they're very different.
Do you like this cool new artist versus how do you eat a banana?
Allie will throw the banana out and just lick the peel. I've watched her do this many times.
I actually motorboat the peel.
Yeah, that's her way of eating the banana. Eddie wants to know, do you ever eat full banana or do you break it into pieces first?
You know how I eat a banana.
You slap it on your face? No, how do you eat a banana?
I slap it on my
Is that a real question? How do you eat a banana?
No, I eat it, break it up into tiny little pieces.
Ivan on KROQ, let's be honest. What's up?
So, do you find it offensive if somebody says, "Hey, what's up, bro?" or "Hey, what's up, man?" You know?
No, and weirdly, I like it. Johnny comes in every morning and says, "What's up, fellers?"
Yeah, Johnny does give us the
"What's
fellas.
up?" I don't know. I just want to be one of the boys.
We up, guys. He throws that in there a lot, and Allie's just like, all right, nice.
I've never been one of those people who's like, let's get rid of the term guys. You know, how everyone says guys to guys and girls or everybody, and I think it's great.
Andrew, final question we have time for in this edition of Let's Be Honest. Make it a good one.
As a straight male, my question is, who pays for dinner when you guys go out?
This is a great question. This is really the question. And El Cheapo, I don't know if Allie's going to answer this as a lesbian or as El Cheapo.
It's so tough. You know what you do when you can't decide?
Let's talk about like a first date.
Break a glass and sprinkle it on top of your meal, and then no one has
pays,
to pay.
Right? There's shattered glass on the meal. That's an El Cheapo answer, though. But when you were first dating a woman, you were on a first date with a brand new woman. That must be a weird thing, right? The bill comes to the table. The both of you just look at it and go, what is this?
We just slide it back and forth over
just
and
keep
over
sliding
again.
it?
Sliding it,
Until
sliding it.
someone's wrist hurts?
I can't remember back then. I think I was so broke back then that I could never pay for anything. So if anyone was willing to pay, I would let them. But now, since I'm the man in the relationship, Klein, and there has to be roles.
Got to be roles.
I'm actually the only person who remembers to bring payment. So
Smart.
I'm the one who pays.
Then we will give you some Disneyland tickets as we get into a brand new hour of the show. And then bring on the reins. It's time for your news, which starts right now.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
So there are a lot of things that contribute to the doomsday clock. We've talked to one of the many scientists behind the doomsday clock and setting the time. Climate change is one of the many factors when deciding the time of the doomsday clock, and thousands of scientists spend their days measuring how badly we're ruining our planet and when it will truly become inhabitable. But after uninhabitable.
It's currently inhabitable.
It is currently inhabited by us.
Yes.
Us idiots. And after all the beakers and all the calculations, they are now having to admit that they were wrong and they miscalculated the global warming timeline.
Oh, I hope it's good news.
It's way worse than originally expected.
Oh, that's not good.
They are realizing now that the world started warming up about 80 years earlier than they had originally expected, and that we have already surpassed the big warming threshold much earlier than we thought we did. I think they thought it was in 2020, but it was likely a lot earlier than that, so the end of the world is coming sooner than we thought.
Well, that's unfortunate. It's never we miscalculated and we've got another 100,000 years. It's always the opposite, where we miscalculated and now we are all screwed. And I know we're making jokes now, and some people don't believe in it, and they say global warming is not real, but they did say something about we had to be at a certain level of Celsius. They always use Celsius for some reason. They haven't accepted the fact that we're Fahrenheit people.
Well, we're the only ones who are.
I get it, but let's go with that. And they decided that we had to be at some number, and now we're, I think, 2 degrees warmer.
It was supposed to be like
1.5
degrees Celsius.
Yeah, I don't know what that even means. Maybe that's why we're not doing more here, because we can't figure out the conversion.
We can't figure out uninhabitable or inhabitable.
Right, we don't even know that part. So how are we going to figure out the Celsius to Fahrenheit?
Maybe really in the end we don't deserve to be here.
Probably not.
You know what, though? As my
This
kid
planet's
is
too good for us.
starting to get into planets, and, we have this book where we learn about the other planets and stuff.
Yeah, you
and
should read it a couple times.
I know, I should. But Mars sucks, dude. Like, what we should do is there's some moons on, like, Saturn and Jupiter and stuff. Those ones are way cooler planets. Like, we should just live on a moon.
Moons aren't planets.
I know they're not planets.
You're going to fire Jacob. You know who is a planet? Jake. Have you seen him lately? Gravitation.
He's one of the dwarf planets that's, like, almost a planet.
Yeah, we should all move over to Jake. Tons of space over there.
I don't know if we can get to him.
All right, relax.
Oh, yeah, astronauts are stuck there.
Yeah.
All right, it's interesting that yesterday we were talking about how women are not having enough sex and how if we don't have more sex, our chances of early death increase by 70%. Now, there is a similar study coming out about men, and apparently, if you don't have sex now, you're going to die tomorrow. This global warming stuff will not matter.
I should call my wife with that update.
Males with low libido were 2/3 more likely to die early, and this study was conducted in Japan, where they discovered that men who didn't have sex as often had low ikigai, which is a Japanese term for a reason for living. Or the joy and goal of having a life worth living. So for women, it was more of a health thing. For men, it is literally the reason to exist.
So if guys are not having sex so much so that their libido starts to quit on them.
They're getting low ikigai.
They're getting the low ikigai.
Mhm.
And then as a result, they are...
Which weirdly sounds like...
Sounds like the sound of sex.
Yes.
And then because of that, now they are what? They're ending their own life? Or they
No,
are...
not necessarily, but when you don't have motivation, we talk about how... we
Sex,
get these...
food motivates.
Yes,
biggest motivators in the history, not just people, but animals as well.
One of the biggest things that helps people live longer is a sense of purpose.
Right.
A sense of, like, I'm here for a reason. Even if it's just like, I volunteer on Tuesdays at the animal shelter. Whatever makes you feel like you have a life worth living, that's going to get you farther than just good genes. All right, for a while, snack food makers were flaming everything, which really hasn't gone away. But another thing that they are doing now is pickling everything, Klein.
I find it so... And by the way, I love pickle. I'm a huge pickle fan.
Love
pickles. But it does seem like now they're just trying to crowbar pickle flavors into everything.
Pickle flavored chips, pickle flavored Cheetos. I had a great pickle whiskey sour at Disneyland. Now Claussen, one of the biggest players in the pickle game, are coming out with just pickle juice. It's called Just the Brine. It comes in a bottle. You can get 6-packs or you can buy them individually, and it allows customers to reseal the pickle juice between uses, and you can pickle yourself and later unpickle yourself, according to their website.
Pickle yourself?
Yeah, you can pickle yourself by drinking as much pickle juice as you can. That's their whole marketing.
Cool, I guess.
But also, a pickle mixer is great. And having a pickle back after a whiskey shot is great, too. And it feels weird drinking out of a pickle jar to do that. Just having a bottle of pickle juice, it seems like a more...
Yeah, where do we just have those pickle beers at, Jake?
That was at Big Bear.
Oh, at Big Bear. Yeah. Those were actually shockingly decent. Like,
yeah, a lot of people now have pickle juice with their Coke or Diet Coke.
Yeah, well, it's become a real trend. Who knew? Let's get into a brand new hour of the show right now, and let's immediately kick this off by making you a winner. Get ready to call 800-520-1067. We got Disneyland tickets. 4 one-day, 1 park passes will be yours. Caller 20 right now.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Brand new hour of the show can officially begin, and welcome to your Tuesday morning. Thanks for hanging out. We are Klein Alley Show on KROQ. Phones lit up as expected when you got a great prize like this. 4 Disneyland tickets will be yours. Bring your loved ones, bring your children, or
bring yourself.
Bring yourself and tell your children, sorry, I'm going to Disney. You're staying home.
Yeah. My wife and I did that. I had a blast.
That worked well when I tried to pull that on my kid. That's when they cursed at me. That's when that clip with them yelling at me and swearing at me, that was all because of Disneyland. Hey.
Shut up! God damn it!
No.
I want to go. Peace!
All right.
Stupid!
So, thank you. That's enough. Do that again, you'll be in big trouble.
Stupid! Stupid man!
Okay, listen. Do not curse. It's not okay.
I'm kissed you, bro. Yeah, then we could party and we could look at each other's V words.
All right, I don't like this. And that all
I don't like this. What a disciplinarian.
that all started when I told him when I told him I was going to Disneyland without him. That was the reaction I got. So that's how much people love Disneyland, for the record. Cool.
God damn it! I want to go.
All right. Well, they didn't earn themselves a trip that weekend, but I took them next weekend to make up for it.
Then we can party.
If you'd like to go, I'll grab your phone hopefully in a moment, and you'll get the tickets. Also, this hour on the show, speaking of kids, Allie, 5 reasons why everyone should try to make a child. There is a concern that the population is going to start dwindling. As you know, you mentioned, a lot of people aren't having sex anymore.
And kids are expensive.
Kids are very expensive. But I got 5 good reasons why I believe that everyone should have a kid.
Are they going to be wholesome? Like you love your children and get to see them grow up?
You'll find out in a moment when I get to the list. Let's say hi to caller 20, which puts us in Mission Vieja. Hello, Allie.
Woo! Yes.
Hi, you are caller 20.
Awesome. Thank you. We're so excited.
You're going to go to Disneyland. You got 4 one-day, one-park passes, and all you had to do was call us at the right time, and you're a winner, and you'll have that same opportunity coming up again at noon with Nicole, then again at 3 and at 6, and we'll do that all week long, and congratulations. Have a great time at the park, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
My advice to you is if you go on Tiana's Bayou, don't be a sucker and wear a poncho. If you're going to get wet and go on a water ride, go on a water ride.
Allie likes to go raw dog. Allie's a big raw dog fan.
Keep it wet.
Allie's a big fan of Keep It Wet. She makes fun of all the poncho people.
Ponchos, and then they had poncho shoes on. It's ridiculous.
Allie likes to walk around all day with those wet socks.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I'm a warrior.
I am.
We get into 5 reasons why you should have a kid, and we'll give those to you next on KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show, and perhaps you are on the fence as to whether or not you ever want to have children. Some people look at it and they go, no way, too expensive, too much time consuming. My friends that have kids seem that they're tired all the time. I feel like there's a lot of cons and very few pros, minus the unconditional love and the ability to really give someone the life that you wanted when you were growing up. Yeah, sure, those are some of the pros. But we have 5 reasons why, even if you're on the fence, I believe everyone, even the most unfit parents, such as ourselves, should have children. It's time for 5 reasons why.
And now, 5 reasons why.
Reason number 1, Allie, is because you will always have a built-in excuse to get out of anything you don't want to go to ever. And people, it is the ultimate, truly the VVIP wristband of excuses. You don't want to go to a friend's whatever. You can say, kid's got lice or hand, foot, and mouth or kennel cough or something like that. Kids get all this stuff, things you didn't even know existed, and people have to accept that. You don't want to go to Allie's wedding. You just make up a medical excuse and you skip Allie's wedding.
Yeah, that's exactly what you did. And now you're admitting that you made it all up.
It was a real medical condition,
right.
But I'm just saying.
Kevin Klein's steak was sitting right there. Nobody was eating it.
Reason number 2 is because you will always have snacks available to you. I didn't realize how much of my life I went without having snacks on the ready. You got some kids around, all of a sudden, you look in your pocket, there's a bag of Cheerios. There's a cheese stick waiting around. You just graham cracker, boom. Just like that, your snack game will instantly be elevated because that is the cornerstone of any child is just constant snacks. And as an adult, you will benefit from all of those snacks.
Okay, reason number 2 is graham cracker, boom.
Reason number 3, you can start using the phrase as a concerned parent or as a dad.
Oh, that's so hateable.
And instantly, that means that you'll fool people into thinking whatever you're going to say next actually matters more than it really does. Even though it doesn't matter, you say that, it gives you some sort of a level of self-importance, and then people go, should I care more?
As a concerned parent, I need that beer.
Right. That's right. It doesn't matter how you use it. You can use it, and it doesn't have to have anything to do with being a concerned parent. Just start using that phrase, and people go, all right, well, I guess
they are concerned.
The 4th reason why I think everyone should have kids is because there's less shame and embarrassment when you order yourself a kid's meal from Chipotle or a Happy Meal from McDonald's because funds are tight, but you still want it. Or perhaps you're just an adult that likes Lucky Charms, but you don't like that shameful look you get.
What's
nice?
If
a kid with you, they assume it's for the kid, even though it's for you as the adult.
Yeah, you can always use them as like your backup meal too. If you're ordering for something for yourself and then they don't finish what they got, you can also eat their food.
That's another great benefit too. The amount of chicken tenders and mac and cheese lightly used that I've thrown down my gullet just because it was sitting there.
Yeah, and you don't want to waste it.
No, and so I don't look like a pig. Like I'm not ordering 6 things for me. Just get them some more stuff to try, and then I know they're not going to eat it, and I'll eat it anyway.
Yeah.
And finally, and perhaps the most important reason to have a kid is even though kids are super expensive, if you figure out the proper way to exploit them on YouTube, they can make you money. And that's the game these days. There's that stupid kid who's opening toys and made his parents multimillionaires.
Oh my God, that's
There's those
right.
weird Russian girls that are playing with dolls.
Yes.
And probably
so weird.
Probably somehow brainwashing the entire generation of Americans to fight for the commies. Regardless, these are all 5 good reasons. And I know Omar thinks he's a great dad and all, and maybe his list would be slightly different, but would you agree that all of those are good reasons why you should consider having a child?
A lot of food-related stuff there.
And exploitation.
Right. Well, yeah, I could have gone with the obvious one, which is like,
And just ways to get out of things.
Right. So there you go. 5.
But the benefit to number 1 is that you also won't get invited to as many things because you have kids.
That's a great one as well.
So you won't have to use as many excuses.
We take a super quick break. We're back in a moment. The show continues.
As concerned parents.
As concerned parents. We'll be back in just a few moments here on KROQ.
Now, for a limited time, it's the KROQ Instant Spring Break. Just add listening every hour at 9, noon, 3, and 6. And voila! A chance to win 4-packs of one-day, one-park tickets to Disneyland Park or Disney California Adventure Park. At the Disneyland Resort, the happiest place on earth, you find all kinds of happy. And KROQ wants to give you a chance to visit on us. You can find that travel to a galaxy far, far away kind of happy. The my dream is finally coming true kind of happy. And wow, that churro was the size of my forearm kind of happy. Keep listening to win your KROQ Instant Spring Break. Winners of KROQ's Instant Spring Break are known to have a ton of fun and shout woohoo a lot. Both ticket and park reservation required. KROQ.
We're going to see if Johnny knows anything about women at 800-520-1067. Will Johnny know about women?
No!
We got a game played, ready to go. Some serious questions. Historic women, women's body parts, lots of things that you would hope Johnny would know.
That's what the questions you've come up with are women's body parts?
No, historical women, and then there's
And then body parts?
A few body part questions.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
all you
We don't have a lot
want
of
to do
time.
to celebrate women is history and body parts?
What else is there, Allie? I mean, let's be honest.
Okay.
Let's get into it. It's time for Johnny Doesn't Know. Hit it.
Johnny doesn't know.
And I was like, okay.
Oh, Johnny doesn't know.
I didn't know Vegas was like in Nevada for like a while.
Johnny doesn't know. Johnny doesn't know.
Gelato sounds like Jello.
Johnny doesn't know.
It like goes wiggles.
Tickets up for grabs to see the Kings and the Rangers battle on the ice at Crypto.com Arena on March 25th. Everyone who gets theirs right, Ali will write your name down. One of you will be selected to win the tickets. And you don't need to know the answers. You just need to guess whether or not Johnny will know the answers. And these are all questions about women. We start with David and Garden Grove. Make our way up and down these phones at 800-520-1067 for Johnny Doesn't Know Women. All right, Johnny, are you prepared? I know that women like you a lot, but maybe you have not been paying attention.
Yeah, I pay attention. Or I try to, at least.
The first question we have in this exciting edition of Johnny Doesn't Know is as follows. Johnny, Helen Keller was an author
Oh, my God.
and an inspiration for so many.
What's wrong with Helen Keller? Give her a chance.
Well, that is the question, actually. What's wrong with Helen Keller? So, Helen Keller was an author and an inspiration for so many because she overcame what challenges? Johnny. Hold on, don't answer. David,
yeah,
will Johnny
Johnny won't know.
Johnny will or will not?
Will not.
Will not. He says Johnny won't know. Johnny, your question is Helen Keller, inspiration, author, overcoming what challenges? He says you will not know.
I know that song. Remember when we were kids, that song, it's like, shush, girl, shut your lips. Do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips.
Right.
Talk with your hips means she can't talk. She's probably deaf. So I think maybe when she's like, talk with your hips means she's deaf or she's blind. One of the two.
One of the two.
Yeah. She's got some
Come on,
sort of
you didn't learn about
disability.
Helen Keller in school?
The one that hid from the Nazis?
No, that's Anne Frank.
Oh, my God.
Wrong woman, huh?
Yes.
Yikes. That was a toughie. Come on, there's like two
It would
historical
have been
women.
so hard for Helen Keller to hide from the Nazis.
There's only two historical women.
'Cause she thinks she's
Am I
hiding.
behind a couch? I don't know.
I was just sitting in the middle of the living room. Helen, that's not a good hiding spot.
I can't tell them I'm not here.
All right.
Let's go with blind. Let's go with blind.
All right.
What is blind?
She is blind and deaf, Johnny.
Yes, double duo,
And
baby.
mute.
Let's go. And mute?
I don't
was
know if
blind, deaf, and
I
mute.
don't even know if we can give that to Johnny because David. I'm going to say David got it right. I mean, Johnny knew part of it. But
She's the most famous for having multiple.
Yes.
Yeah, multiple
Not just
issues.
one.
She's dope, bro.
All right. Johnny doesn't understand he didn't get that right. David, hold on. You got yours right. We'll give you the point on that. Johnny doesn't know women. Let's say hi to Erica. Erica, you are a woman, correct?
Mine doesn't either with these questions. I mean,
Erica, how
this is
are
not
you?
someone famous for being a woman.
I'm good. How about you?
She's a famous woman, Allie. What, you got a problem with the
She's
question?
not famous for being a woman. She's famous for being blind, deaf, and mute.
That sucks, bro.
Perfect woman, right? Huh? Who's with me? Erica, here we go. Rosie the Riveter is known
There we go.
for this 4-word phrase. Will Johnny know this, yes or no?
No.
Okay. Erica, a woman, says she has very little confidence in you. Johnny, Rosie the Riveter is known for this 4-word phrase. What is it? She says you will not know.
Does the exclamation point count as a word?
Whoa.
Because I'm thinking 3 words, but I'm like, are you trying to trick me with like the exclamation point as a word? Because it's yes, we can, or we can do it. So we can do it, probably. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah, I think we could. Is it we can do it?
Is that your final answer?
We can do it! Exclamation point.
And she said you would not know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Johnny, you have proven, just like
You've
women,
proven that women are wrong.
we can do it.
Hey.
Sorry, Erica, you are a woman and you don't know women. We move on and we say
That has nothing to do with it.
it has a little to
She
do with
doesn't
it.
know Johnny.
What the hell?
I'm just kidding. You know plenty about women. Daniel, here we go.
gosh.
Daniel, welcome to Johnny Doesn't Know Women. Here we go. It's International Women's Day.
Oh my gosh.
NetBanger shout out on YouTube watching live.
NetBanger.
Here we go. Johnny, here's the question. What is the scientific name for boobies? What is the scientific name for boobies? Will Johnny know the answer to this? Daniel, yes or no?
Johnny's a ladies' man. You know, I'm just going to go yes. I know we're supposed to go no, but I'm just going to go yes.
All right, he says you will know this. Only one person has predicted correctly so far. Johnny's scientific name for boobies. Sweet knockers. It's not it, Klein.
Is it breasts, or gyno? Like gynecomastia?
What are you saying?
Gynecomastia is man boobs. And the gyno meant
So
women.
you think that the medical term for boobies is man boobs?
First of all, boobies is a slang term. It's not even a medical term.
That's right. That's why I'm asking you, what is the medical term for boobs?
Breasts.
Okay.
Gyno. Breasts.
Gyno
Just
breast.
drop the gyno stuff.
Stop it. Daniel, unfortunately, that is not the scientific. The scientific term for boobs is mammary
glands. Mammary glands.
So Johnny did not
Breast
know that
is
one.
kind of political.
Political?
I mean, what's it called? Medical. It's a medical scientific term.
I did get a thing in the mail saying that I need a breast exam.
Yes.
But, it is called a mammogram.
If you want to
because
get
it is your
scientific
mammaries.
with it,
The answer was scientific, Johnny. You didn't get the point.
Well,
Matt,
all right, I give
Moreno
it that.
Valley. One final person gets a shot at this. And
I'm
only.
going to lock in on no.
Now we only had the one girl as a contestant.
All right,
Yeah, Usually they always call.
Let me give a woman an opportunity.
Yes, there you
Hold
go.
on. Let me say hi to Michelle in Buena Park. Hey, Michelle, I'm sorry. Let's give more ladies a chance to win. Hey, we're celebrating you women today. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, what's your name?
Yes.
All right, great. Here we go.
Hi, honey.
Let's go with this one. Amelia Earhart, Johnny, was the first woman to do what? Will Johnny know this, yes or no, Michelle?
I want to say no.
Okay. Johnny, Amelia Earhart was the first woman to do what?
She flew an airplane. She's the first female pilot, and then she was the first one to go missing, too.
I don't know if she was the first pilot to go missing.
But she was known for going missing. They still can't find her to this day.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's an airplane pilot, and she went missing. Bada bing.
Technically, she was the first pilot to fly solo across the Atlantic. She's not the first female pilot either.
Wow.
But that's okay.
Wow.
I will say you did not know that. All right, Allie. Michelle and Matt. No, excuse me. Michelle and David both got theirs right. Who's going to win the tickets to see the Kings?
Come on, I'm going with Michelle. You know this.
Yeah.
No, we lost her. David, congratulations.
Typical, can't commit.
Michelle, I'm just kidding. You'll be going to see the LA Kings play hockey in March. Hold on one second, all right?
Awesome.
Thank you, and happy International Women's Day to you. I know it's a day early, but always better a day early than a day late with the ladies, right?
Good to be a woman.
That's
Yeah.
right. Back after this quick break, more show. Show.
Don't be mad at me.
You made me look like an idiot, and to be honest, I don't really put a lot of stock in the things you say, but when it's an El Cheapo hack, I do think that is where you kind of shine. So
I saw it happen right in front of me. It wasn't even my hack, it was his hack.
Allie talked about something on the show. I confirmed with her off the air. She said it was legitimate, and then I went into the real world and attempted to do it, and I got looked at like a total idiot and made to feel like I was not only a cheap asshole, but that I had that I was such a fool for even standing there and saying what I was saying, and repeated it, doubled down on it too.
Excuse me, I am an in-store, sit-down customer at Jersey Mike's now on a weekly basis. This is my third week in a row on Mondays going to Jersey Mike's.
But you're a regular?
Yes, they know who I am now.
I mean, look, I love Jersey Mike's, but that is, I don't know if that's a flex that you want to be a regular. It
is a flex.
You have your
Jersey
own,
Mike's is great.
But you have your own table?
Well, Wesley likes to sit at a certain table.
Oh, man.
He likes sitting there.
You know, you hear about old Hollywood. You hear, like, Sinatra had that booth reserved for at, like, Dan Tana's. That's Allie.
That weird radio girl has that table.
That's her booth at the Jersey Mike's in the Valley. Leave her be.
Last time I went, which was yesterday, I got...
all the way back to yesterday. Whoa, how could you think so far back?
The kids' meal that had came with the chocolate chip cookie. He took a bite and dropped it on the ground, which that is a ground with a lot of sticky stuff on it. And there was a worker walking by. He saw me drop it. He reached over, took a brand new cookie from the rack, and handed it over to me and walked out.
Yeah,
they hooked me up with an extra cookie.
Well, you told me something, set me up for failure, because I actually, after our conversation, you know, the problem is I'm so easily influenced to get food after I hear people talking about it or see it. Like, I can't shake the image. So we were talking about it last week, whatever. On Friday, I stopped into a Jersey Mike's, and it was, you know, after 5 o'clock. I don't know, 6, probably 6-ish. And I ordered the giant, you know, the big, massive one. And I said,
that's what I did yesterday.
And I said, and I'll take another one of those for $5.
Because that's what they do.
And the guy's like, excuse me, what? And I said, make another one for $5. And he's like, I'll make another one for $20 because that's what they cost. And I was like, no, pretty sure after 5. And I looked at my phone to confirm it's after 5. And I was like, held up my phone.
I'm Mr. 530.
Showed him my phone. It's almost 6. It's after 6. So I'll take that for 5. And the guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And
well, that's on him because I have seen it happen in person in the last 2 weeks. I saw a guy do it last week, and he asked, are you still doing the after 5 promotion where you get a giant and you get another one for $5? He said yes. And then another guy did it yesterday, and he even had them split up all 4 pieces and do 4 different. He made them make 8 separate sandwiches out of the 2 giants.
In front of you did that?
Yes.
Oh, the worst. God, I hate that.
I had the time, but yeah, it was just kind of crazy that he made them split it up.
No, the guy.
So it's happening.
Well, it's not. Maybe it's by location.
Yeah, it says at participating Jersey Mike locations.
Unbelievable.
You're just not at a participating Jersey Mike's. You loser.
The guy looked at me like he'd never. Not only look, at least he could have said to me, "Hey, oh yeah, some of the other places do that, but not here." The guy looked at me like I was trying to pull one over, and then I had the guy behind me that was all annoyed because he was like a delivery driver, and he definitely had to get back on the route. Just want to stop and get a sub. And as I'm like, for the third time, I'm like, are you sure there's not a thing going on? Am I supposed to say a word or exchange an egg or something? And then the guy behind me is like, are you done with your order, man? And I was like, man, I got the guy behind me now.
Now
rushing
you're just
me
a guy
too.
ordering 2 giants.
So then I was like, he's like, do you still want the other giant? I felt like such a loser being like, I'm not like the $15 is going to be the differentiating factor. I didn't really want another giant, but I was like, for $5, I'd be stupid not to.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, yeah, just make it anyway up at full price. And then I left there with 2 giants. But hey, look, it fed me for the weekend. I was eating that all weekend. So
you're welcome.
Yeah, you're but not really though, Allie, because I said, like, I heard about it, and I'm such an idiot. I'm like, oh, in my head, I'm like, I heard it from El Cheapo and KROQ. I'm like, I guess no one knows what that means either.
You know what? What I am saying to you is fact because I've seen it happen in person. I saw another person do a crazy sandwich order there. Listen to this. She ordered a regular turkey and provolone, and then she said light cheese, light meat.
Why would they do that?
Why would anybody do... How is turkey such an overwhelming thing that you cannot have too much of it? Please go light on the turkey.
I understand when people say things like light spread or light onion. That makes sense. Why would you ever go light on the thing that you're there for?
I know. You're there for a turkey and cheese sandwich. Why are you going light on the turkey and on the cheese? And it's not like you're getting a discount for it.
Watch, Allie's going to tell me there's a discount. I'm going to go back tonight and be like, yeah, I'll do the light turkey discount. The guy's going to go, that's not a thing, you idiot. Again.
Well, she did say light on the juice, and you do get 10% off if you say that.
How is it that, how do you know when you go into any place? I guess there's a lot of places that do that, especially like franchise places, right, where they'll say so-and-so, 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 fine print at participating locations. How do you know before you even start the process is this
Is
place?
it a participating
Yeah, you guys
location?
participating or not? Like, shouldn't they put that in bold letters on the front door?
And why
We
do you choose
participate?
not to participate? Are you just a franchise owner that chooses not to do any deals? I guess it could be.
Yeah, probably. I mean, look, they probably crunch the numbers and they're like, look, we'll lose out. We'll get a couple alleys in here that'll bankrupt us because she's going to be taking full advantage and she's taking over that booth for 3 hours every week. Okay. You know, so I'm just saying. But you really made me look like an ass.
All right. Well, when I left, they were like, bye, Allie.
That's great.
See you next week.
Yeah. Table
It's at 5 p.m. right here, baby.
Table will be waiting for you. Someone says 3-1 odds. Allie ate that cookie off the floor. No questions asked.
Well, I did pick it up and put it back in the bag.
All right, great.
2 cookies.
It's KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. KROQ. 106.7 FM.
Mornings on KROQ.
K-Rock. We are a Klein Alley show. There's a phrase that I think bothers a lot of people, yet it doesn't stop us from hearing it over and over and over again. And now, unfortunately, if you don't like this phrase, science has backed it up, and they said there's actually truth behind it. It's a phrase that I have heard a lot, and I always it's one of those ones that gives me like the douche chills. Like I'm like, ugh, I hate it. Hate the phrase. Happy wife.
Oh, happy life.
Happy life.
Why does it bother you? Because you don't have that?
Well, no, I think this is clearly evidence I do have that.
No! If it drops into the bed, I will f***ing kill you. Be smart.
That's happiness right there, right?
Well, that's a happy lady.
Science has now proven that there is actually truth to the fact that if your partner, husband, wife, whatever, is happier, that it will de-stress you, and you will actually receive all of the benefits of their happiness.
Well, of course.
Well, no, not
Why
of
is
course.
that?
Well, because
if your partner is happy, then you're happy. Why is that like news?
It's because now they actually have done the research to back it up, and they've proven that the actual longer you're together in a relationship, in 5 years the effects could be small, but by like 10 years, you're together 20 years, or even these old people that have been together a while, that there is exponential happiness that comes from the partner. You're able to receive so much additional happiness just from the person you're with being in a good mood. Now, I understand if you're with a partner and they're in a bad mood, that can be a real downer.
You bring each other down or you bring each other up. But also, there's another dynamic where it feels like one person is always going through something.
Right, like think about the reality of it, right? Someone is something
like
something
I'm either going through something or she's either going through something, and then we just take turns going through something.
Right. You're always taking turns. Pass the baton. My turn to be emotionally unstable. Great.
Yeah.
Said that over here.
And the other person is helping them try and get happier again.
So the reality, though, is that if you can either be happy or even fake happy, that's what it's all about. You can figure out a way to fake happy.
Pretend happiness in a marriage.
Pretend happy wife equals pretend happy life, right? That's the saying. So the idea is that it really does have a scientifically backed effect on your, outlook and your tone. Everything supposedly gets better if the person you're with is genuinely or at least pretending to be happy. If you perceive them as happy.
What makes you happy in your life or in your marriage?
What makes me happy?
Because then that would make you can tell her, hey, we should have sex more because it will make me a happier person and therefore it will make you a happier person.
I mean, my stuff has always been the same. It's sandwiches and sex.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
Basically the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah, that's what we did on the show. That's why it made me happy this hour. It's all we did. Talked about sandwiches and sex. But, women usually, I would argue, have additional things that make them happy. More things. More costly things that make
Sometimes
them happy.
a nice half salad sandwich combo.
Right. I mean, come on. Let's just focus on the sandwich.
And a nice unsweetened iced tea.
No, but it's frustrating because that is one of those stupid I'm going to say stupid, but it is kind of stupid because it rhymes and everyone likes to say it and it looks good on a t-shirt or a throw pillow, that it's one of those things that even when there's a discussion about anything, it's so easy for the wife to say, happy wife, happy life. And they're like, oh, there's nothing that rhymes on my side. So I guess that's what we're going with.
Yeah, nothing really rhymes with husband.
Nothing. That's why definitely a woman came up with that name.
That's why I had a wife.
That's right. That's why Allie, they could throw it back at each other. That must be weird.
No, you happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
No, you happy wife.
And then you're fighting again. Now there's no happy wives.
We
Two
just take turns
possibilities.
being on our periods.
We'll do takeaways after this. Wrap up today's show on KROQ.
How long?
that'll pretty much do it for us. Nicole Alvarez will be in here to get you through the next wet portion of your day, but she has Disneyland tickets for you, so not too shabby. Coming up again at noon, then 3, then 6. Win them all day and all week long. Tomorrow we're back with more of those Quentin Tarantino tickets, as well as more Disneyland tickets for you in the morning. Allie will do some takeaways, and then we'll officially get out of here. Thanks already in advance for downloading the podcast. Greatly appreciate that. I once again thought today was Wednesday. Unfortunately, it is not. It is still Tuesday. I was about to promise the bonus podcast, but we'll save that for tomorrow. But go ahead and start subscribing in advance. And for anyone who wants to, please head over to YouTube, KROQ's YouTube. Give us a subscribe right there. We're almost at $100,000. Let us get that plaque so we can just 100,000 followers. Excuse me. I wish $100,000. Jesus. I think 100,000 followers.
We got through most of the show.
Yeah, well, whatever. It's technically we're out of time now. So everything we say at this point, don't hold against us.
It doesn't count.
All right, what do we got?
818, my takeaway is Fat Jake goes into hibernation instead of napping. 213, my takeaway is raising kids is expensive, but you can exploit them for big bucks on YouTube.
That's what we learned.
510, my takeaway is Allie has tried a mustache and it didn't work. 626, my takeaway is don't bring up Vanessa's Chinese heritage.
Do not bring it up. She does not like it when you mention it at all.
510, my takeaway is I'm going to get a telescope so I can see Planet Jake in the sky.
Yeah, he's my favorite planet.
You don't need a telescope to see me.
818, my takeaway is don't order matcha lattes at Randy's Donuts. And 562, my takeaway is this week is full of thutterballs and lightnings. Mamma mia.
Yeah, let's get one more check of the weather forecast because today and tomorrow and the next day, this is what you can expect according to our very, very advanced Doppler radar system here at KROQ.
Thunderbolt and lightning very, very frightened me. Does he look like a bitch?
Okay, all right. Yeah, I like how you added to the weather forecast. Good stuff right there. Jake, you got a takeaway from today's show?
Yeah, ghost loads make a great lacquer.
They sure do.
What?
It was a reference to my dog pumping that pillow.
Oh, ghost. Oh,
ghost loads.
Got it.
Happy birthday, Jerry, the humping doodle. Good boy. Allie, takeaway?
Yeah, my takeaway is if it's raining out, the best way to celebrate a dog's birthday was with an indoor orgy.
That's all you got to do. That'll be happening at my place later. You're all invited. Omar, got a takeaway?
Yeah, Vanessa's going to be in the next Tarantino movie.
Does he look like a bitch?
Yeah, good stuff
Can't
right
wait
there.
to see that.
We'll do it tomorrow.
rapper.
Try to do it better. If you need us in the meantime, the GOAT line is open for you now, 844-956-GOAT. Thank you, new listeners. Thank you, of course, for everyone who's come back for more, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
That they feel that that you know they feel that